Apocalypse, I have an infinite supermarket full of supplies. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 101, Grabbing Supplies. Normally, she would watch while being afraid. Whenever this happened, Su Yinhe would spit on herself fiercely. It was very cold outside the supermarket, and people who came to the supermarket were all buying various tools to keep warm, as well as clothes. There were a lot of people, and Su Yinhe was very satisfied. There were a little fewer people before, but because of the weather, there were more people again. The senior executive of the base who had come to her supermarket to buy a large number of supplies before, Xiaoliu or Jiaoqin, came to the supermarket to buy a batch of cold-resistant supplies. Just buy it, and you still complain to her about being poor. He is still a senior executive, but he doesn't care about image management at all. It's completely different from that pretentious Lin Muxue. Sure enough, people can see everything after living for a long time. Su Yinhe was annoyed by his crying and gave him a 20% discount. He smiled instantly. Then she regretted it. Damn it. I feel like I lost out. But I've said it, I can't regret it. The weather dropped too fast, and it was dry and cold at first. Then it snowed heavily. Almost overnight, Su Yinhe's supermarket was buried in snow. Buried 2 layers. After entering the extreme cold, Su Yinhe adjusted the business hours of the supermarket back to open during the day. She also adjusted her biological clock. As a result, after sleeping for a night, she went downstairs and prepared to open the door, only to find that it was all white outside. Her supermarket was buried in the snow. The system-reinforced supermarket was very strong and was not crushed by the snow, which was a good thing. But the bad thing was that the snow was so deep that no one could go up to buy things. It couldn't be opened today. And the snow would not melt for a while. Unless there was a hot sunlight before to melt it. But according to the news from the base, this extreme cold will not pass so quickly for a while. In fact, being buried in the snow is not the most fatal thing. The most fatal thing is that the snow fell for only one night and it was as deep as 2 floors. Moreover, it is estimated that it will continue to snow. It will not bury the whole mountain. When Su Yinhe thought of this possibility, she felt unwell. The base was also worried about the snow. The moment the snow fell, someone found it, and they were quite happy. The temperature was too high some time ago, and everyone lacked water. Later, it was extremely cold, but it was dry and cold, without snow. They wanted snow to melt water. Then, the snow fell, and it kept falling, and it fell too much. The people near the cave entrance were almost buried. Then they found that the snow was falling more and more, and soon they were buried. At this time, they were lucky that they lived in a cave. If they lived in a house in the base, with such thick snow, the house would definitely collapse and they would be crushed to death. The current situation is not bad, just being locked in a cave. Not dead yet. If it was the beginning of the apocalypse, they would definitely go crazy if they were locked in a cave like this. But now, all I can say is that they are used to it. Anyway, they won't die, as long as they can live. Some people went to the Galaxy supermarket early to buy food, drinks, and clothes. Locked in a cave, wearing thick clothes, eating spicy instant noodles, and adding sausage, don't mention how comfortable it is. But some people are miserable. They haven't had time to change their things. Now they are locked in the cave with only a thin and tattered clothes, starving. That's fine, but there are people wearing thick clothes, holding bowls of instant noodles, walking in front of them, and making slurping sounds when eating noodles. Isn't this hateful? They are now locked in the cave, and they can't go out to work. If they don't work, they won't have food and will be hungry. 1 or 2 days is fine, but after 4 or 5 days, they can't stand it. Some people who can't survive just robbed. They robbed food, instant noodles, rice, and firewood. Those who robbed more supplies, even those from the official. Wang Xin and his friends were robbed. They are few children, and they don't have special powers. And there are so many things, the people around them are jealous. They watched closely before, and when they saw someone walking towards them, more than a dozen children glared at them viciously. In addition, there were official people patrolling in the cave, so they kept their patience. But now the caves are sealed, there is no food, and it is cold. They didn't even let go of the official people of the base, let alone the children. Those who have always been jealous of them united, beat them up, and looted their things. Not only the food is gone, but also some tools. There are even beasts who want to attack the girls. If they hadn't bitten and bombed people like crazy to protect themselves, and would rather die than surrender, and if they were not in a hurry to eat after snatching the food, Xu Jiaoqin and the others might really be in trouble. But even so, they were beaten severely. There were more than a dozen children, and none of them could stand up. Wang Xin also lay on the ground for a long time before he got up, holding his stomach, and went to help others. One child was so badly injured, cold and hungry that he died that night. Wang Xin and the others didn't dare to let others know that someone had died, so they gathered together to block the dead child. They didn't dare to let anyone find out. Because some people, who are starving, are really beasts. He's already dead, and they don't want him to have no body. Fortunately, it is cold now, so the bodies will not stink so quickly. Those people just robbed them and searched them, so they will not come looking for them again in the short term. They can still hide it. They were only sad for one night. Then they began to consider more realistic problems. Brother Wang Xin, what should we do? Ajin had a rib broken by someone, his thigh was also kicked with several bruises, and his face was slapped several times. Now it is swollen like a pig's head. It hurt a lot at first, but it was too cold, and his body soon lost all feeling, and the pain was not obvious. But he was afraid of being hungry. Their food was taken away by someone. What should he do if he is hungry? He can't get out now. It would be great if he could still get out. Ajin recently got another crystal core, a level 5-1. It didn't come from a legitimate source, he stole it from the mutant who had stepped on his hut before. He originally thought of going to the supermarket to exchange for some food and clothes. But before he could exchange, the cave was buried in the snow. They were also robbed. Ajin was used to being beaten. They had been beaten often before. This was not his most serious injury. At least he could still move. The most serious injury was when he was beaten so hard that he couldn't move his whole body. He could only breathe through his nose. At that time, he thought he was really going to die. But fortunately, he was lucky and was carried back by Brother Wang Xin. Moreover, people in the end times have strong recovery abilities as long as they don't have serious wounds. He was fine after lying down for a few days, and continued to work after getting out of bed. He was not afraid of being beaten, but was afraid of having no food and going hungry. Wang Xin reached out and patted him, but didn't say anything. When the heavy snow blocked the entrance to the cave, Wang Xin felt something was wrong. He wanted to take everyone to run, but the entrance was blocked and he couldn't run away. Chapter 102, Bloody Drama. Fortunately, he still hid some food secretly. He hid half of the food he bought in the supermarket. He took advantage of the night to secretly dig a hole in the ground and hid half of the food. A cunning rabbit has 3 burrows. He was afraid that it would be dug up, so he hid it in more than a dozen places. There was not much hidden in each place, but the total amount was considerable. Anyway, it could last for a while. And he was not the only one. Some people who liked to hoard things also hid, such as Xu Jiaoqin. He had run into him. In addition to Xu Jiaoqin, there were a few others. Only Akin and Gauden didn't care about anything and didn't hide anything. The others did more or less. Even if those people searched hard, they couldn't find it. However, Wang Xin didn't plan to take it all out. God knows how long this cave will be sealed. He has prepared for a long-term battle. He will see who is about to starve to death, and then take some food to fill his stomach. As long as they are not starving to death, he will never take it out. Brother Wang Xin, what should we do? Gauden was also beaten miserably. Seeing Wang Xin's reaction, he thought there really had nothing left and looked desperate. They are not really going to starve to death, are they? No, he hasn't lived enough. Don't talk, keep your strength, don't move around, don't waste your energy. Wang Xin saw Gauden twisting and turning, and wanted to beat him up. Okay, Gauden twisted and turned, and felt pain. They just lay together quietly. They lay there until they were numb. Then they turned over occasionally. Keep the consumption to a minimum. After 5 or 6 days of starvation, if someone was really about to starve to death, Wang Xin and Xu Jiaoqin would secretly stuff something in their mouth. A small handful of raw rice, a small piece of compressed biscuit, a small piece of bread. Among them, raw rice is the best. For the others, they dare not chew them in their mouths, because they will be gone if they chew. Even if they don't chew, they will be gone if they hold them in their mouths. Raw rice is different. A small handful can last them a day. It's quite luxurious. The things in their hands can actually last them a day. They thought to themselves in misery. Of course, they were very cautious when they were eating secretly, and they were never discovered. Because they usually lie on the ground like a dead body, motionless. When other people saw them, they thought they were dead. Some people who were extremely hungry thought they were dead and wanted to eat them, but when they came over, they found that they could still move. They could only curse and go find other dead people. They just kept hiding like this. They believed that they could survive. As expected, Su Yinhe's supermarket was really buried in the snow. It was a 5-story building. It was buried after 2 days of snowing. Of course, there were no customers. On the first day, it was buried twice. Su Yinhe even took a sled and jumped from the top floor and slid. As a result, her posture was not good and she almost sank into the snow. Then she prepared to practice the next day. As a result, when she woke up in the morning and looked out the window the next day, wow, the 5th floor was also buried. Then no one came to the supermarket for a month. Fortunately, Qi Yan and Lin Muxue were in the supermarket on the first day of snowing, and now there are 2 living people to accompany her. As for Qin Mingzhao, he is probably buried in a cave. Qin Mingzhao is regretting it now. He regretted that he didn't sleep in the supermarket like Lin Muxue and Qi Yan. He lived in a cave, and after one night, the cave entrance was blocked by snow. He couldn't get out. He had strong superpowers and a lot of supplies. A riot broke out in the cave, and people robbed everywhere and came to him. Then he came and killed one, and came and killed one. No idiots came to rob. His younger brothers knew that he had a lot of supplies and that he would not treat them badly. When they saw someone coming to rob, they also fought hard. So Qin Mingzhao's life was very good compared to ordinary people. But no matter how good it was not as good as living in a supermarket. He decided that when the snow at the entrance of the cave disappeared and he could go out, he would move to the supermarket. Isn't it just a tent? He can afford it. He was too shameless before and didn't learn from those 2 shameless people, Qi Yan and Lin Muxue. Now he regrets it. Instant noodles don't smell good anymore. Qin Mingzhao put down the instant noodles in his hand and kicked the ground. When did this damn snow melt? He missed the supermarket. And a lovely sister. Alice, this damn snow boss, do you want more of this instant noodles? A younger brother saw that he hadn't eaten for a long time, so he asked boldly. Qin Mingzhao glanced at him, do you want it, He? My wife said she was hungry. The younger brother touched his head, feeling embarrassed. He followed Qin Mingzhao, and his life was happier than that of ordinary people. He didn't have to worry about food, drink, and clothes. Qin Mingzhao was generous and distributed a lot of food. He could also take food back to his wife. However, the things distributed were generally some rice and noodles, not cooked. They were also given alcohol lamps. They took the alcohol lamps in bowls, added some water, and it was a meal. He also had crystal cores, and he had exchanged things in the supermarket before, but not much. It's been a month, and it was used up long ago. His wife has been eating half-cooked rice and noodles every day recently, and he thought that his wife must want to eat flavorful instant noodles. Take it. Qin Mingzhao was not very hungry, and the younger brother's eyes were so eager, so he gave it to him. Thank you, boss. You are such a good person. The younger brother was very happy. He was just asking tentatively, but he didn't expect the boss to really agree. Go, go. Qin Mingzhao thought for a while and threw another bag of instant noodles to him. When the younger brother received the instant noodles, he was stunned for a moment, and then he was moved. Qin Mingzhao looked at him and was afraid that he would kneel down to him. But fortunately, the younger brother did not kneel down, and he blew a lot of rainbow farts. When Qin Mingzhao became impatient, he took a bucket of instant noodles that he had eaten and a bag of brand new instant noodles to find his wife. Tisk. A wife? Qin Mingzhao was inexplicably jealous. Damn it. He is the only one who is alone. His sister is not around. Qin Mingzhao wanted to fly to the supermarket immediately and watch more than 10 episodes of bloody dramas. This is the only way to soothe his soul. Su Yinhe stayed in the supermarket and really watched bloody dramas with Lin Muxue every day. Qi Yan and Lin Muxue no longer slept in tents on the first floor of the supermarket. They had moved to the 5th floor. Su Yinhe let them live on the 5th floor. She cleaned up 2 storage rooms and let them live in them. The storage rooms were small and dark. There was basically no space left after putting a bed and a table in them. There were no windows either. although it didn't matter whether there were windows or not now. The storage rooms were located in the corridor, not in her house. There were other rooms at home, but Su Yinhe was not going to let them live in them. It was good enough to have a storage room to live in. People should not be too greedy, and she should not be too soft-hearted. Fortunately, both of them accepted it well. The storage room was much larger than their tent. At night, they slept in the storage room, and Su Yinhe locked the door and slept at home. During the day, she invited the two of them to her house to watch dramas. She and Lin Muxue watched the melodrama on TV. Qian read a novel on her spare tablet. Su Yinhe took a sneak peek and saw that the novel was as melodramatic as the melodrama they watched. Chapter 103 Praise Me. After all, living in Su Yinhe's house, Qian and Lin Muxue are not the kind of shameless people. They are very proactive in helping her clean and cooking for her every day. The floor of Su Yinhe's house is so smooth that it can be used as a mirror. She looked at the floor and was silent. It's so bright, what should I do if I don't dare to step on it? Qian's eyes were shining after wiping the floor many times. The left eye was full of praise from me, and the right eye was full of begging for praise. After living there for a few days, Su Yinhe found that Qian really loved to clean for her. There was a little oil on her stove before. After seeing it, Qian took a rag and wiped it for a whole day. In the end, it was wiped clean, as if she had never cooked before. Su Yinhe looked at the stove and didn't dare to touch it, for fear that she would destroy the cleanliness. Then Qian began to be responsible for cooking. Damn, his cooking skills are actually better than hers. After Qian started cooking, Su Yinhe ate 2 more bowls of rice. Lin Muxue was even more exaggerated, he even wanted to lick the plate. If Qian hadn't stopped him, Su Yinhe would have thrown a few plates at him. She didn't dislike it, but simply thought the plates were ugly. However, Su Yinhe felt bored staying at home all the time, and for some reason, she couldn't have a sweet love. So she found a room with a window and started digging snow. Wearing gloves, she threw the dug snow into the space. The snow also contained pollutants. Although Su Yinhe had a plug-in, she didn't dare to be arrogant. In addition, she didn't lack water. While digging, Qian and Lin Muxue joined in. Qian had space, so he started to suck snow in a blizzard. He planned to store some snow in case he needed it in the future. In such a world, who knows what will happen in the future? Who knows, it may be extremely hot in the future, and everyone will be extremely short of water. He is a water-based superpower, so he doesn't lack water, but others do. Keep it and cheat people in the future, no, exchange it with others. They dug very hard and dug a tunnel in the snow, and then it collapsed. They were almost buried. It doesn't matter, just keep digging. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. After digging for half a month, they finally dug out a passage. When Su Yinhe climbed up the passage to the snow surface, she found that the whole world was white. In the world, it seemed that she was the only small black dot. Not long after, 2 more small black dots appeared. Frog fun. Finally dug it out, Lin Muxue sighed when he climbed out. It was not easy for them to dig a tunnel in the snow. They dug for half a month and it collapsed dozens of times. If there were no space between them, they would really be buried in the snow. However, after climbing out, looking at the white world, Lin Muxue felt very shocked. Qian was a little silent. Unlike the shock of Su Yinhe and Lin Muxue, he felt a little happy when looking at the white world. White, clean. However, he changed his mind and thought about what kind of polluted particles were wrapped in these seemingly clean and pure snow, and his misophobia came into play. Thinking about how he had dug snow for so many days, his whole body was itchy. The 3 of them were armed from head to toe, but there was no way, it was too cold. If they exposed a little skin, they would be frozen soon. They have the conditions. So they don't dare to take risks. Su Yinhe and Lin Muxue sat on the snow, chatting and enjoying the scenery. Su Yinhe also took out a box of self-heating hot pot. It would be great to eat hot pot on a snowy day. Then she found that the weather was too cold and her self-heating hot pot couldn't be heated up. Su Yinhe, unlucky. Forget it, I won't eat the self-heating hot pot, I'll drink hot milk tea. As a result, as soon as she took out the hot milk tea that she had prepared and put in the space, the milk tea got cold and frozen. She took a sip of the icy milk tea. Damn it. Su Yinhe was angry. She took out a popsicle. She didn't want to eat hot food, but she could eat a popsicle. She tore open the package and took a bite. She couldn't bite it at all. She didn't eat the popsicle and almost broke her teeth. Su Yin looked up at the sky sadly. They didn't stay there for long before climbing down. They were afraid of snow blindness if they stayed there for too long. After returning to the warm room, Qi Yan rushed to take a shower, as if he would die if he was a second late. What's wrong with him? My mysophobia, Lin Muxue said calmly. Hurry up, let's watch TV. I want to see how many times that guy has been cuckolded. Mozu was too focused. It has been a long time since he watched a drama. Lin Muxue missed it. You are so excited. Are men so excited when they mention this? Su Yin didn't quite understand. She found that Lin Muxue especially liked to see who was cuckolded when watching dramas. Well, he got excited when he saw this. Really? Lin Muxue was stunned for a moment. Yes. You go turn on the TV, I'll go cut some fruit. After Qi Yan finished taking a shower, he felt comfortable all over. When he came out, he saw two people sitting in a row, eating fruit and watching the drama. Qi Yan, come on. It's a wonderful moment. It will soon be revealed whose son the male protagonist is. Lin Muxue saw him coming out and waved excitedly. Qi Yan, he was really not interested. Why do you always want to trick him into going to watch a melodrama? This world is already melodramatic enough. Qi Yan took out a hairdryer from the space and went to blow his hair, ignoring Lin Muxue's invitation. He's so cold, Lin Muxue sighed. Not bad, she likes this kind of cold man, provided that he is good looking. Yin, it's very dangerous to be with Brother Qi. Lin Muxue picked up a piece of watermelon and said earnestly. Although he and Qi Yan are friends, and good friends. But he really thinks that Qi Yan is not suitable to be a partner. Coincidentally, I like adventure. Su Yin clapped his hands, a little excited. Lin Muxue shut up. This world is about appearance, huh? But after keeping silent for a while, Lin Muxue came over again. Hey, little Yin, how far have you progressed? Have you held hands? Have you kissed? What is it like when Brother Qi kisses you? Brother Qi has mysophobia. Does he think kissing is exchanging saliva? Lin Muxue was really curious about this. Qi Yan was obsessed with everything. He was really curious whether Qi Yan would take out wet wipes and alcohol to wipe his and Xiao Yin's hands vigorously when holding hands. Should they brush their teeth, drink mouthwash, and eat breath-freshening candies before kissing? This time it was Su Yin's turn to be silent. Curiosity killed the cat. Su Yin could only say this. She didn't really want to tell Lin Muxue that nothing had happened between her and Qi Yan. Damn it, when will Tongzi come? Why did she forget it at that time? She is such a blockhead. Su Yin scolded herself in her heart. She actually forgot such an important thing. Forgot. So annoying. I can only look but not eat, and I can't do it. She forgot about men because of a few $100 million. She is guilty. So, when will Tongzi come? First of all, I'm not a cat. Secondly, I won't die. So, there is no so. Those who have so are dead, Su Yin said with indifference. Chapter 104 Happy Little Brother. Qin Mingxiao has been bored to death recently. He's locked in a cave and can't go anywhere. Although he has delicious food and good wine, he has no sister and no melodrama, and his heart has been severely hurt. Qin Mingxiao is very sad. His younger brother is very happy. He has food, drink, and clothes to wear, so of course he is happy. When he is bored, he can fight and play cards bought by the boss. However, this kind of weather is quite suitable for sleeping. So they usually take turns sleeping. Those who are awake play cards, and their lives are beautiful. Only Qin Mingxiao will feel bored and feel that life is meaningless. Other ordinary people who have lived for so long in the end of the world only ask for food, drink, warmth, and a place to sleep and rest. When these are met, they are very happy. But some people who are used to enjoying are not very satisfied with this kind of life. For example, Lin Muxue. Lin Muxue can live in a warm tent with her uncle in Niambi, and she has thick clothes and no worries about food and drink. But she still feels very unhappy. The tent is too small. It is broken and small. The light was too dim. And the clothes she was wearing. What the hell? So ugly. So ugly. Lin Niambi fought with those old foxes above and lost, and those people who flattered or treated her like this. They gave her such torn and ugly clothes. The same thing happened with a meal. There were only 2 dishes. The meat was just a thin slice, and it smelled fishy, so disgusting. Those bitches treated her like this when they saw her uncle lost a fight. They used to call her Miss Lin, but they dared to call her by her name when they saw her a few days ago. So much? When Lin Nianbi turned over, she would drag them out to feed the mutant wolves. A bunch of snobs, she was so angry. Lin Muxue looked at the leftovers in front of her and had no appetite at all. She just asked someone to take it out and pour it out. But the person who took it out did not pour it out, but secretly hide it. It would be a pity to throw away such good food. Lin Muxue looked down on these meals, but they needed them. Lin Muxue didn't know that she was still sulking. She was angry with Lin Nianbi. She hated him for not being able to be more successful, for not working harder and standing in a higher position. She also resented Lin Muren. She was obviously Lin Muren's biological sister, so why didn't Lin Muren help her? Knowing that she and her uncle both needed the supermarket, why was she still so close to the boss? Since he had a good relationship with the boss, why couldn't he try to persuade her to give up the supermarket? She resented and hated. She felt that everyone except her was wrong, and they were wrong, otherwise why would she end up like this? Eating such unpalatable food and living in such a shabby tent. Her mortal enemy, Liu Qiao, lived in a tent that was bigger and newer than hers, and there were so many guards protecting Liu Qiao. Why? She still had a good father. Thinking of this, Lin Muxue began to hate her biological father again. He was so useless and couldn't give her the life she wanted. Why couldn't she be Lin Nianbi's biological daughter? She knew that there were still many people under Lin Nianbi who looked down on her and hated her. They ignored her orders. They looked down on her, despised her, and hated her. If she was Lin Nianbi's daughter, this wouldn't have happened. Lin Nianbi would pay more attention to her. And the people under Lin Nianbi would respect her more. Why? Why wasn't her biological father Lin Nianbi? It would be better if it was Lin Nianbi. Lin Muxue was in a bad mood, so she found a thin woman to enter the tent, punched and kicked the woman, and vented her anger, and then her mood improved. After beating her, looking at the woman who was like a dead dog on the ground, Lin Muxue threw a piece of cake on the ground and sent her away. Seeing the woman being grateful to her for a piece of biscuit, Lin Muxue felt a little better. As for Lin Nianbi, whom she was talking about, he was also in a bad mood. However, Lin Muxue could find someone to vent her anger, but he couldn't do that for the sake of face. Lin Nianbi has been very busy recently. Many of his people were poached by his mortal enemy. His mortal enemy got a lot of cold-resistant supplies and tricked his people away. He went to settle accounts with someone, but he still played dumb with him. He couldn't tear off the man's mask, and he had to pretend and call him a brother. Seeing his smug look, Lin Nianbi was furious, but he couldn't do anything. To make matters worse, the supplies he had seemed to have been discovered and some were stolen. Although the amount was not large, it was a drop in the bucket compared to the supplies he hid, but it was enough to make him angry. He sent many people to guard it, thinking that nothing would happen again, but it was stolen again. Even with such a tight security, it was still stolen. Lin Nianbi suspected that there was a traitor. He arranged to catch the traitor, but the traitor didn't know if he noticed it, and there was no movement. After several days of tossing and turning, the traitor was still not caught. Then his supplies were stolen again. His mortal enemy even showed off to him and took out a pot of tea to make tea for him. Bah! Old fox. Although there was no evidence, Lin Nianbi had a hunch that the traitor was planted by his mortal enemy. Lin Nianbi was polite on the surface, but he didn't know how many times he had cursed in his heart. But his mortal enemy was so calm and talked to him about love and romance. He said that they were old friends and he missed him when he didn't see him for a day. Bah! How could he say such a thing? Didn't he feel guilty when he said this? Lin Nianbi, who was busy with all kinds of things, didn't know that Lin Muxue, the sweet and well-behaved little cotton jacket, was cursing him in private. He was so busy that he couldn't even take care of Lin Muxue. It was only when Lin Muxue came to see him that he remembered that he hadn't seen Lin Muxue for more than 10 days. Xiaoxu, you're here. Seeing Lin Muxue, Lin Nianbi's tense heart relaxed a little. Uncle, you should take care of yourself. Lin Nianbi's tent was very big and the lights in the tent were bright enough. Lin Muxue saw the dark circles under Lin Nianbi's eyes at a glance. Xiaoxu is still sensible. Lin Nianbi felt relieved. Uncle, you must have a good rest. What should I do if you collapse from exhaustion? No matter how stupid Lin Muxue was, she knew that if Lin Nianbi collapsed, she would not have a good ending. Only when Lin Nianbi was well could she be well. She hoped that Lin Nianbi would be healthy and have a greater say in the base. so that she could enjoy and get more. Therefore, although she felt that Lin Yanbi was incompetent, she still cared about his health. Okay. Thank you, Xiaoxu. Lin Yanbi patted her shoulder. This is what I should do. Lin Muxue looked very well behaved, like a caring little cotton padded jacket. Xiaoxu, come here. Lin Yanbi suddenly stood up, went to get something and put it in Lin Muxue's hand. A box. I don't know what's in it, but it must be a good thing. Lin Muxue's eyes lit up. Chapter 105 Cute Little Vine. Lin Muxue came and showed concern for Lin Yanbi, then left with something Lin Yanbi had given her. She thought Lin Yanbi had given her something good. But when she went back and opened it, it was candy. Just some candy. Why put such a nice box for such a small amount of candy? Lin Muxue was very disappointed, and put the box of candy aside casually, and continued to be angry, thinking it was something good. This heavy snow took 2 months to melt. Su Yinhe's supermarket was barred for 2 months, and there was no customer in these 2 months. After the snow melted, she was the happiest. The snow melted, the sun came out again, and I don't know if it was because of the snow, but plants actually grew on the mountain. Thick and big, almost overnight, the mountain turned from white to green. Even Su Yinhe's supermarket was covered with green vines, tightly packed, and from a distance, it looked like a greenhouse. Su Yinhe didn't have snow blindness, but green eyes. So green. Greener than the grass she raised. The vines in the end of the world are not as harmless as the vines in her world. Su Yinhe threw a piece of pork outside, but before it even hit the ground, it was swept away by a thick green vine. It was over. Could her customers really walk to the supermarket? Su Yinhe was not sure, and she was waiting. If there were no more customers, she would go crazy. Fortunately, her customers did not disappoint her. For more than 2 months, the first person to step into the supermarket was her old acquaintance, Qin Mingzhao. Qin Mingzhao had been locked up for 2 months, and almost as soon as the snow blocking the cave melted, he sent his younger brothers to dig snow, and then he could not wait to run to the supermarket. Yin. I miss you so much. As soon as Qin Mingzhao arrived, he wanted to hug Su Yinhe. Su Yinhe dodged left and right, and he didn't hug her. Qin Mingzhao was very disappointed that he didn't hug Su Yinhe. Sister, don't run. Let me hug you. Qin Mingzhao chased after her. No. You smell like wet clothes, and I feel a little dizzy. Su Yinhe ran faster. Okay, Qin Mingzhao was very disappointed, but he didn't force her and went to buy things. He was mainly buying snacks. He had been locked in the cave for more than 2 months, and he had everything except snacks. The snacks he bought in the supermarket were eaten up in a short time. Then he could only eat rice and noodles. Even instant noodles were consumed by him. There were no vegetables. He wanted to eat something stimulating now. The first customer had appeared, so would other customers be far behind? Sure enough, not long after, Su Yinhe welcomed her second wave of customers. However, her second wave of customers looked a little miserable. The clothes were torn, as if they were beaten by something, and the exposed skin was also red and swollen. Could this be those little vines? Is he so irritable? Although Su Yinhe knew that the plants in the end times were a bit cruel, she didn't expect them to be so cruel. Look, 17 or 18 people, none of them are intact. After they came in, they all carried a bag full of crystal cores, and after exchanging money, they rushed in to buy like crazy. Su Yinhe was stunned. Then came the third wave of people. This wave was even worse than the second. When the last person was about to step in, a thick vine suddenly wrapped around his neck from some direction. The person was dragged away in an instant. His companion had just entered the supermarket and ran out to save people. When he came in again, his clothes were more torn and he had more injuries on his body. Brutal. Really brutal. Su Yinhe was curious. It was so difficult for them to come here empty-handed. How would they get out with a bunch of things on their backs? These vines are not good. After Qin Mingzhao finished shopping, Su Yinhe asked him about it. This time she knew that it was not just the top of the mountain, but also other places. It was not known whether it was overnight. Anyway, after the snow melted, he came out and saw that the place where there was no grass was full of various plants and even trees. It's a big tree, blocking out the sky. But there is only one tree nearby, and the others are vines. Speaking of this, Qin Mingzhao was also a little distressed. These vines are so difficult to deal with that even a high-level psychic like him had to work hard to get here. He originally wanted to bring his younger brother with him, but as soon as he came out of the cave, his younger brother was whipped by the vines. He was anxious to see Su Yinhe and felt that it would take too much effort to bring his younger brother with him, so he came alone. Fortunately, he was a high-level psychic and his body was flexible enough, so he was not whipped by the damn vines. There was nothing on this mountain before. How long has it been since such a big tree has grown? Qin Mingzhao stretched his hands hard and compared them to her. This world is a bit mysterious. The sun will come out when you say it will be sunny, and it will be cold when you say it will be cold. The same is true for snow, which will melt when you say it will melt. The same is true for this plant. There was no shadow before, but it will grow when you say it will grow, and no one knows when the seeds fell. Although he has lived in this fucked up world for so long, Qin Mingzhao still can't adapt. Others envy him, envy his power, and envy him for being a high-level psychic. But he didn't want to be a powerful psychic. If possible, he wanted to study and learn step by step, and become a social animal when he entered this society. It's okay to be scolded every day. You must have taken hormones. Su Yinhe could only say this. You've grown crazy. Don't be surprised if you see someone being beaten up to the sky one day, Su Yinhe, although he would still be surprised. Sister, let me ask, is there room for people to live here? Qin Mingzhao suddenly took out a brilliant crystal core from his pocket. Level 9. Can I rent a house here? Qin Mingzhao raised his eyebrows at her. No. There are too many people. Having a lively and talkative Lin Muxue is enough. Add Qin Mingzhao. The three of them will fight. They were quarreling to begin with, and it will be even more quarrelsome. Before, they only fought during meals, but after Qin Mingzhao moved in, I'm afraid they will fight except when they sleep. No. One more of me won't make a difference. You've let them move in, so why can't I? Look at me, I have 8-pack abs, I'm gentle and considerate, and I can make soup. Qin Mingzhao listed his advantages to her. What will happen to your younger brothers after you move in? Su Yinhe still remembered that Qin Mingzhao had a bunch of younger brothers. If Qin Mingzhao just moved in, his younger brothers would be without a boss. Qin Mingzhao had offended so many people before, and his younger brothers had always followed him. If he didn't care about his younger brothers, what would he do if the people he offended before took out their anger on his younger brothers? What if his younger brothers come to him and cry again, and their snot rubs against the floor of the supermarket? It's okay. My younger brothers are very capable. Without me, they can find a new boss in half an hour, not a day. Qin Mingzhao knew what kind of people his younger brothers were. Chapter 106 Yellow Panda. After all, many of his younger brothers follow their former boss to cause trouble for him. He killed their former boss, and these fence-sitters came to recognize him as their boss. If he died one day, his younger brothers who looked very loyal would run away at the first time. Or they would divide up his supplies before running away. Then, it's still not possible. Su Yinhe still refused. In addition to rejecting Qin Mingzhao, she also wanted to throw out the other two. Lin Muxue and Xian wanted to live in a tent in the supermarket to use the supermarket air conditioning because it was too hot. Later, when the temperature dropped, they said it was too cold and wanted to use the heating. The temperature is very suitable now. Although it is a bit hot, they are all superpowers, and this temperature is not a problem at all. So she plans to let them move out. She admits that Xian is good at cleaning and cooking. She also likes his face and is happy to look at his face every day. But she really can't help but do it to him. She doesn't really want to be a scumbag. So get rid of him first, out of sight, out of mind. Lin Muxue was shocked when she heard the news. What? Move out? Yes. The weather outside is very suitable for you now. You don't have to live in the supermarket. Although the plants outside are a bit fierce, you are all high-level psychics. I believe that with your abilities, it will be easy. Su Yinhe had a cold and ruthless face. Lin Muxue was stunned. He was living happily in the supermarket and could watch bloody dramas every day. Why did they suddenly move out? Lin Muxue turned his head and looked at Qin Mingzhao, who was feeling guilty. Is it you? Qin Mingzhao was feeling guilty, but when Lin Muxue asked in this tone, his guilt disappeared. It's me. What's wrong? If he can't live there, why should the two of them live there? Humph. He is much more handsome than them. If he can't live there, they can't live there either. Qin Mingzhao felt happy when he thought that they were going to be kicked out. You are so vicious, you must have said something to Yin. You vicious man, I will fight you. Lin Muxue was angry and chased him to beat him. Qin Mingzhou certainly couldn't just stand there and let him hide him, so he started to fight back. As they were fighting, they tacitly ran out to fight. Their movements were a bit rough, and they were afraid that they might accidentally break things in the supermarket, so Su Yin pressed them down. However, there were plants outside the supermarket, and they not only had to fight each other, but also had to deal with vines that suddenly flew over from time to time. Su Yin, fight, fight. Remember to come back and move after the fight. Lin Muxue had a big reaction, but Qi Yan didn't say anything. He just looked at Su Yin. He didn't even blink. He looked a little aggrieved. Looking at his appearance, Su Yin inexplicably thought of a cat. Well, the temperature outside is already very suitable. Right, Su Yin felt a little guilty when he looked at her like this and thought of the floor he had mopped. Yet, Qi Yan replied sullenly. Although it was a bit cruel, they still had to move. Qi Yan had been living with her, and there was no guarantee that she would go wild one day. She would pounce on people, and then eat them up in this way or that way. But she couldn't give Qi Yan a guarantee until the problem was solved. She'd better wait until Tongzi came. People with space can move very conveniently. They can just put things into the space and leave, saving the effort of moving things up and down. However, they moved. But now as soon as the supermarket opens, they stay in the supermarket until it closes. It seems that moving is no different from not moving. You don't have to fight zombies, kill some plants. Running to the supermarket every day, where do you get your crystal cores? Qi Yan expressionless. I stayed up late to fight. Wow. Then you are amazing. You don't have dark circles under your eyes after staying up late. Su Yin admires people who stay up late without dark circles. Qi Yan, what's wrong? Su Yin looked innocent. Nothing. What color crystal core do you like? I'll go dig it for you. Alright. I'm not picky. Crystal cores are just small money. She loves them no matter what. Qi Yan didn't speak again. And Lin Muxue, the coward, felt that the atmosphere between the two of them was not right, and shivered on the side. Qi Yan has been staying up late at night to fight zombies recently. He knows that Su Yin likes crystal cores, so he stays up late every night and puts on gloves to dig out the brains of zombies. And because all the zombies nearby have been killed, he has to walk at night to find zombies. Because the color of high-level crystal cores is better, he has to take the trouble to find high-level zombies. It is not safe to walk at night. Recently, all kinds of plants have grown wildly like shoots. If you are not careful, you will be entangled and become nutrients for mutant plants. Fortunately, he has strong superpowers and is not afraid of these. He has been obsessed with finding good-looking crystal cores for Su Yin recently, and has stayed up for 5 or 6 consecutive nights. Superpowers have strong bodies and will not collapse after staying up for several nights in a row. At most, they are a little tired. Lin Muxue often catches up on sleep in the supermarket, and he is not so talkative. After a while, Qi Yan continued to ask awkwardly. Do you like gold or crystal cores? Both are fine. I am not picky, they are all money, and money is not divided into high and low. How can both be fine? Qi Yan muttered in a low voice. What? Su Yin didn't hear clearly. Nothing. For gold, do you like gold jewelry or gold rings? It's alright. As long as the quality is the same, Su Yin is really not picky. Qi Yan ignored her again. Su Yin was a little confused. A man's heart is harder to find than a needle in the sea. Qi Yan ignored her, and Su Yin angrily read 30 pages of a melodramatic novel, and forgot about him as she read. As a result, he was unhappy again. Poke her. Ignore. Poke again. Poke again and again. Su Yin, don't disturb me reading. Why did he keep poking her while reading a melodramatic novel? Oh, Qi Yan was like a puppy with drooping ears. Su Yin's heart was clenched. That's not what I meant. Facing such a face, she didn't dare to be mean to him. I know, you just don't want to pay attention to me, Su Yin. I didn't. Don't talk nonsense. Qi Yan still came to the supermarket every day to stare at Su Yin. Whenever a man recommended himself to Su Yin, he would kill the man with his eyes. After he saw the person running away, he stared at Su Yin. He stared and stared. He stayed up late at night to catch zombies and dig crystal cores. Until Lin Muxue protested. For the sake of her hair, Lin Muxue seriously protested against Qi Yan's behavior of staying up late. It doesn't matter how much hair you have, but you have to consider me. It's not long, and I've become a yellow-faced man. If I keep up, I'll become a yellow panda. Lin Muxue's protest was too loud, and Xu Yan could only stop this behavior regretfully. But he still had to give away crystal cores. He now selects the best-looking crystal core every night, polishes it, and then gives it to Su Yinhe, twisting and crawling in a dark corner. "Give me a ticket," roaring, "Why don't you give me a ticket?" Sticking out tongue, ticket. Chapter 107. Damn sweet. Everyone who comes to the supermarket will be beaten by plants, or they will beat the plants. Countless people have died on this road. There are all kinds of plants growing outside the cave. The people in the base are very puzzled. Why did so many plants suddenly appear on this mountain when it was bare before? But it is useless to puzzle them. They have to consider more realistic problems. The temperature has risen to a suitable temperature and the flood has receded. Should they move back from the mountain? Humans are animals that need private space. Living in a cave for a long time, a small place, is unbearable. They have asked ordinary people to clean up some of the base under the mountain before. If they move back, it is not too troublesome. The most important thing is that there are too many plants on the mountain. The entrance of the cave is full of them. The plants at the entrance of the cave will take advantage of people sleeping at night and not be vigilant. From time to time, they will stretch out vines to roll people up and run away. No one wants to lose their life while sleeping. They sent people to cut down the plants at the entrance of the cave, but within a few minutes, those plants, with a pop, grew out of the soil again. They couldn't be eliminated at all. Moreover, although the base below was a little broken, it didn't seem to grow many plants because people had lived there before. At least it wasn't as rampant as on the mountain. It was also easier to clean up. The people in charge of the base gathered together to discuss and decided to let everyone move back. For this reason, someone took the crystal core to buy knives from Su Yinhe. The leaders of the Sun base already knew about Su Yinhe's existence, and several of them even came to see her in person. After they arrived at the supermarket, they knew that Su Yinhe was not an ordinary person at first sight. They sent people to test it, but all of them ended up badly. In addition, they had long known that Lin Muxue and his superpowers were struck by lightning when they wanted to move the supermarket supplies. So there was no fool who ran to Su Yinhe and asked her to give away supplies for free. They all tacitly used the crystal core to do business with her. Su Yinhe now has a very subtle relationship with the leaders of the Sun base. They used the crystal core to do big business with her, and she gave them discounts. However, the more they communicated, the more the leaders in the base were frightened of Su Yinhe. At the same time, they were glad that they had not offended Su Yinhe. As for Lin Muxue, a colleague who had offended Su Yinhe, they always had a gloating mentality towards him. There were too many plants on the mountain, and it was very difficult for so many people to go down the mountain. On the way down the mountain, many people were directly captured by plants and never came back. In order to allow more ordinary people to survive, the base asked the superpowers to open up in front and take turns to harvest the plants as much as possible, and then ordinary people took advantage of the time when the plants had not grown out to hurry on their way. Finally, the superpowers were asked to cut off the road. However, even so, there were still many cunning plants that stretched out vines from a distance, rolled up people and ran away. The superpowers could only try their best to take care of ordinary people, but sometimes they couldn't even take care of themselves. Some people were rolled away by plants, and they could only sigh in their hearts. Then they continued to fight against these damn plants. Lin Muxue took a long machete and chopped everywhere, to open the way. Xu Yan walked slowly behind him. Lin Muxue, so angry. Why does he have to work so hard? Sure enough, the crystal cores given by Xu Yan are not so easy to get. Xu Yan gave him a few high-level crystal cores last night and asked him to be more diligent today. Then he was responsible for cutting plants diligently, and Xu Yan was like a nobleman, waiting for him to lead the way. Alice. Money is hard to earn. Lin Muxue continued to cut and cut. I don't know who he thought these plants were. Xu Yan polished the crystal cores as he walked. He wanted to use the crystal cores to make a bracelet for Su Yinhe. The crystal cores have been selected and the colors have been matched, but they still need to be polished. The color must be good looking and the shade must be good looking. There were too many people, and it took 5 days for the base to transfer everyone down the mountain. It took some time to burn and kill the plants that grew into the base. Then everyone went back to their homes and repaired themselves. However, many people returned home and found that their homes were gone. There was only a wall left. There was no way, either find a way to find an empty house, or just live casually. But the houses in the base were flooded, exposed to the sun, and buried in snow. Most of them were as brittle as paper. So most people still lived in their shabby homes without even a roof. Qi Yan's home was gone. The building he lived in collapsed. Lin Muxue went back to take a look at his house. It collapsed completely. Then he ran back again. He had to follow his brother Qi. Following brother Qi, he could live in a tent. Lin Muxue was still responsible for setting up the tent. He was now very skilled and could set up the tent quickly and well. Qi Yan rarely praised him, and Lin Muxue was so happy that he didn't know what to do. Brother Qi, did I hear you wrong? You are praising me. You actually praise me. Lin Muxue was so happy that he ate 2 more bowls of rice tonight. However, he thought that the 2 extra bowls of rice were because he was tired and hungry from cutting plants. Qi Yan, a few days later, the base began to rebuild. Everyone was quite experienced and worked hard. Su Yinhe also took the opportunity to move the supermarket back to its original location. It accidentally crushed the plants growing there, making the plants madly hit the supermarket. Then the supermarket also got angry and used electricity to chop the plants madly. Su Yinhe watched and actually felt that it was a bit appetizing. She ate the rice in the bowl, watched the drama, and occasionally watched the supermarket and the plants fighting outside. It was really appetizing. Su Yinhe told Qi Yan and the others about the supermarket's relocation in advance, and also told the people who came to the supermarket to buy things. However, the plants growing outside the base were too crazy, and everyone was busy with the construction of the base, so not many people came to patronize it for a while. Only Qi Yan came the next day. He also brought a bracelet. Very delicate. Did you make it? Su Yinhe picked it up and looked at it. Qi Yan nodded, and then stared at her like he would not stop until she put it on. Deciding not to play with men's hearts, Su Yinhe, who wanted to refuse, okay. Su Yinhe stretched out her hand and prepared to put it on. But Qi Yan suddenly took a step ahead of her and picked up the bracelet. I'll do it. His fingertips roamed on Su Yinhe's wrist and put it on her in a few seconds. The time was short, but for Su Yinhe, it was a bit long. At that moment, she could clearly hear her heartbeat. Boom, boom, boom. So, could her heart beat so fast? Su Yinhe forgot what she said to Qi Yan later, and also forgot when Qi Yan left. She only knew that after Qi Yan left, she sat on the chair, leaned on the table, and felt that she might really not be able to bear it anymore. She couldn't help but do something to him. She couldn't help but play with him. This man, damn sweet. Chapter 108 Visiting the Market. Not long after, a new batch of customers came. They were big customers. The leader of the Sun base. He asked Su Yinhe to order a batch of canned meat. It was said that the base planned to let the superpowers clean up the plants around the base, and the reward would be these canned meat. There were too many plants around the base. The superpowers could still come out, but if ordinary people came out casually, they would become nutrients for these plants in minutes. But in a base, there were still more ordinary people, and the leaders of the base could not just ignore it. They also had to consider the survival of ordinary people. So they wanted to send superpowers to clean up the plants, so that ordinary people could go out to find food. Moreover, these clean plants could also be made into food. Carefully identify and find edible plants, and ordinary people can also eat their fill. Compared with the previous heavy rain, scorching sun, and heavy snow, it was a good thing for the base to grow some plants. The leaders of the base had a good attitude. After Su Yinhe knew about it, she gave them a discount price. She also hoped that the people in the base would quickly clean up these plants. So many mutant plants really affected her business. After buying things, the leaders of the base hesitated for a moment and invited Su Yinhe. I wonder if Boss Su is interested in going to the Sun base to have a look. The Sun base has been built almost completely. It already had a prototype, so it won't be difficult to rebuild it. The base is now bustling again. The leader of the base also wanted to have a good relationship with Su Yinhe, so he invited her. Me, yes. These days, thanks to the supplies sold to us by Boss Su, the base has suffered few casualties. We really want to thank Boss Su. Okay, Su Yinhe agreed readily. Anyway, there were not many people coming to the supermarket, so it would be good for her to go to the Sun base to have some fun. She also had the ability to protect herself, so she wasn't afraid of anything happening outside the supermarket. So, the leader of the base invited her, and Su Yinhe agreed after thinking about it. She closed the supermarket and hung a sign in the supermarket saying that the boss had gone out to play and would not be back for an unknown date. Then she followed the superpowers sent by the leader of the base to carry canned food. She watched them skillfully chop and kill the mutant plants, and was quite interested, so she tried it herself. She took out a machete from the space and slashed it in one stroke. The tough and hard mutant plants were cut like tofu under her knife. At first, the psychics who were responsible for clearing the way looked down on her because of her thin arms and legs. Then they saw her easily cutting one mutant plant after another. That little bit of contempt was gone in an instant. During the break, some people came over to get close to her. One reason was because of her identity as a supermarket owner, and the other was that they were frightened by her skills. They wanted to ask her for advice. In this regard, Su Yinhe could only pretend to be aloof. What do you want to ask? She relies on the plugin opened by the system. You can't ask Tongzi to come back and open one for them all. When they returned to the base, the group of people carrying so many cans attracted attention. And Su Yinhe, the supermarket owner who was dressed neatly and looked fair and tender, was also watched. A group of people offered themselves in front of her and wanted to warm her bed. There were both men and women. It was very wild. Su Yinhe was frightened and almost ran away. It was the leader of the base who saw that the situation was not right and sent a supernatural person to rescue her. At that moment, Su Yinhe's good impression of him reached its peak. The leader of the base was a little embarrassed. Everyone is a little enthusiastic, yet, a little enthusiastic. Su Yinhe tugged at her slightly wrinkled clothes. Damn, so enthusiastic. I almost thought I had entered the Pansy Cave. The mixed kind. The leader of the base took Su Yinhe around and introduced the sun base to them very attentively along the way. It was a little shabby, but the enthusiasm of the leader of the base was enough to make up for this shortcoming. When Lin Muxue, who came out to take out the garbage, saw Su Yinhe, he thought he was dizzy and saw it wrong. He pinched himself hard and rubbed his eyes, and then he was sure that it was really Su Yinhe. Yin. It's really you. I thought I saw the wrong person. Lin Muxue didn't even bother to throw away the garbage, and ran over excitedly with the garbage in his hand. Hi, Su Yinhe greeted. After Lin Muxue rushed over, he found the leader of the base standing next to Su Yinhe. She greeted the leader of the base again. Knowing that the leader of the base was going to take Su Yinhe around the base, she took over the leader's job without saying anything. After a few words, Su Yinhe's tour guide was replaced. The leader of the base also went back to his work. After all, he was a leader and had a lot of things to do. Yin, why didn't you tell us that you were coming to play? I'll take you around. I didn't think about it before, but he mentioned it. I came to take a look. Business was bad and she had time. Don't worry, I'm very familiar with this base, and I know where the fun things are. Don't look at him as a leader, but he certainly doesn't know these things as well as I do, okay? But, do you want to throw away the garbage you're carrying first? As soon as Lin Muxue came, Su Yinhe noticed the garbage he was carrying. She watched him carrying the garbage and chatting with the leader of the base, and then carrying the garbage and chatting with her. It looked like he was going to take her around with the garbage. Oh. Almost had fun. Lin Muxue slapped his head and saw that Su Yinhe was so excited that he almost forgot to throw away the garbage. Lin Muxue took Su Yinhe around after throwing away the garbage. Actually, there was nothing fun in the base. After all, it was the end of the world. If there was anything fun, it would be the base's market. It was very lively. There were many people setting up stalls with all kinds of strange things. Su Yinhe couldn't walk anymore after watching them. Join them. Everything sold in the market was barter. As long as you have food, you can buy anything. Including people. Su Yinhe was walking around when she came to a stall selling people. Those people were very thin, leaning against each other, and exuding a strange stench. They were sold very cheaply. You could take 3 cakes away. The people around looked accustomed to it. There were many people selling at the stalls, but few people were watching. It was so funny, I couldn't even support myself. How could I afford a slave? Do you have slaves in your base? And can they be bought and sold? Su Yinhe looked at Lin Muxue's indifferent look and couldn't help asking. They couldn't survive. So they sold themselves. Don't you see that these people are old, weak, sick and disabled? The strong ones can support themselves and won't sell themselves. Lin Muxue explained a few words. You want to buy it? Lin Muxue thought she was interested. That's not the case. It's just a little strange. Su Yinhe felt very strange. Oh, it's normal. Everyone has a hard life. Sometimes they really starve to death. They don't care about so many things. They don't have special powers. can't get food, and are likely to starve to death in the end. If they sell themselves, maybe they can find a good owner and survive. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 109 Outdoor Barbecue. Lin Muxue was obviously used to this kind of scene. Su Yinhe, who had never experienced it, was not used to it. But there was nothing she could do. She couldn't just buy them. Her supermarket didn't need employees, and she couldn't just keep them for nothing because she felt sorry for them. So she could only look at them, feel bad for a while, and then accept the reality. Okay. Let's look at something else. There are a lot of interesting things in the market. Lin Muxue took her through the stalls one by one. Su Yinhe put aside the messy thoughts in her mind and continued to stroll. This time, she really saw a lot of interesting things. Straw shoes and straw hats made by herself, and some sparkling diamond jewelry. They were all very cheap. Although Su Yinhe didn't know how to distinguish the authenticity, it was so cheap that even if it was fake, the workmanship was worth it. Lin Muxue watched her buy one stall after another as if she didn't need food. Lin Muxue was shocked at first, but then he became numb. Su Yinhe didn't lack food, so why should he worry about it? Su Yinhe was very happy to buy, and the stall owner selling jewelry was also very happy to take the food given by Su Yinhe. The things that had been unsold before were all sold today because of a big complainer. How could he not be happy after selling so much food? Seeing the cheerful stall owner carrying the rice and running away, Lin Muxue looked at Su Yinhe, who was admiring the bracelet, and couldn't help saying, "In fact, you can buy it with 2 packs of instant noodles." Why did you give him such a big bag of rice? Lin Muxue felt that she was at a disadvantage. It's the end of the world, and those jewelry are useless. Those with better quality may be bought by those rich people who are not short of food. For things like this, it's just a little more delicate, but the quality is too poor. It's obvious that 2 packs of instant noodles can buy something, but Su Yinhe gave people a bag of rice. The more I look at it, the more I feel like I've been cheated. What's your look? Su Yinhe put the bracelet into the space, moved her feet, and moved a little away from him. Lin Muxue's eyes offended her. Yinhe, Alice, it's a good thing you have a supermarket that can mutate by itself, otherwise, a kind person like Yinhe would die without knowing how. Yes. Lin Muxue thought Su Yinhe was too kind and took care of the stall owner because he was too pitiful. Su Yinhe, I don't understand. What is he talking about? Why does she feel like she can't communicate with him? It feels like the two of them are on different trains of thought. She just bought some jewelry. Is it necessary to look at her like a fool? Su Yinhe really likes the jewelry sold in this market, and she can buy so much with a few bags of rice. She will take it back to her place and sell it. How much money will it cost? Although Su Yinhe's card already has a lot of coins, she doesn't mind a few more. She knows that she may only need a few packets of instant noodles to buy it, but when she thinks that she will make more money in the future after buying these, and she doesn't lack this little food, she just gives them a little more. Who knew that Lin Muxue would look at her like this? Yinhe, actually I am also very pitiful. I am beaten and scolded by Qian every day, and I don't have enough to eat and warm clothes every day. Can you, Su Yinhe, go away? Lin Muxue lowered her head in disappointment. Oh, after Su Yinhe entered the market, she walked around until dark. When it got dark, she still felt a little reluctant to leave. If Lin Muxue hadn't cried out that he was hungry and wanted to eat, she would probably have been able to go shopping. Su Yinhe followed Lin Muxue to the place where he and Qian had settled. I'll help you set up the tent next to Brother Qi later. Lin Muxue blinked at her as if his eyes were cramping. Su Yinhe, thank you. Hearing Qian's name from Lin Muxue, Su Yinhe thought of the bracelet he had given her. It was inconvenient to cook with a bracelet on, so she took it off and put it in the space. On the way, Su Yinhe silently took out the bracelet and put it on. Hey, let's have a barbecue tonight. Let's have an open-air barbecue. The more Lin Muxue thought about it, the better it became. I remember that Brother Qi still has beer. A bite of skewers and a sip of beer is a beautiful thing in the world. Okay. Let's see if your Brother Qi agrees. Su Yinhe didn't have any objections. She wasn't picky. I'm just saying this because I want you to help and persuade Qian. Qian will definitely listen to you. Lin Muxue was a little embarrassed. Su Yinhe, what do you mean you will definitely listen to me? Hey. If you act coquettishly, Qian will definitely not be able to resist. Tonight's outdoor barbecue is up to you, Lin Muxue said flatteringly. No. If you want to eat, go and tell him yourself, Su Yinhe looked indifferent. If you act coquettishly, Qian will definitely not be able to resist. Try your best, Tisk. If I act coquettishly, he will not be able to resist and kick me away. He knew Qian, and Qian was really capable of such a thing. Just kick him away and get an outdoor barbecue. It's a good deal. You are insensitive, right? Lin Muxue really didn't expect that Su Yinhe's 37-degree mouth could say such cold words. If you want to eat, find a way yourself. Don't count on me, I just count on you because I have no other choice. Lin Muxue began to whimper. For a bite of food, he had no bottom line. Su Yinhe, I really don't want to say I know this person. Su Yinhe took 2 steps to the side, a little away from the man. Oh. You dislike me, Lin Muxue cried even louder. You, stay away from me, Su Yinhe was scared. Oh, don't run away. Yin, just promise me. Yin, Lin Muxue chased after her. The two of them started playing a game of chase and escape. Of course, Su Yinhe didn't agree to tell Qian about the outdoor barbecue until the end. The two of them played and made a fuss until they got to Qian. In front of Qian, Lin Muxue, who was crying just now, suddenly became serious. It was completely impossible to tell that he had just chased Su Yinhe and used the crying monster attack. Why are you here? Seeing her, Qian walked to her side without thinking, and squeezed Lin Muxue next to her. Lin Muxue looked at him, daring to speak but not angry. Qian walked to Su Yinhe's side, and when he saw the bracelet on her hand, his eyes smiled a little more. Well, I'll come to your base to play for 2 days, and see you by the way. Hearing this, Qian's eyes smiled even more. Live here? Live next to me? He made an invitation. Su Yinhe hesitated for a moment, then nodded in agreement. After Su Yinhe agreed, Qian asked Lin Muxue to set up the tent. Lin Muxue looked at Qian, who had a rippling face, and then looked at Su Yinhe, who was a little shy. She cursed him as a dog in her heart. Then she went to set up the tent honestly. The more she set up, the more depressed she became. Qian was trying to please Yin, but why was he the one working? No. He had already set up the tent, and he had to eat some barbecue outdoors. As Lin Muxue was setting up the tent, he became tough. He worked so hard, so it was natural for him to want to eat some barbecue. Chapter 110 Grilled Pork Belly. After Lin Muxue finished setting up the tent, he walked to Qian in a menacing manner. What's wrong? Qian raised his eyes. Lin Muxue's momentum withered in an instant. Can we have an open-air barbecue tonight? His tone was extremely humble. No. It's too greasy to eat this tonight, Qian refused coldly. He was a particular person. Please, I want to eat barbecue. Look, I took out the garbage for you today and set up the tent. I'm so hungry. I want to eat so much. Lin Muxue looked at him pitifully. If he wasn't worried that Qian would kick him away if he cried to Qian, he would have wanted to be a crying monster. Thank you, Qian thanked him politely. But it's still not possible, woo. I don't care, I want barbecue, I want open-air barbecue, barbecue. Lin Muxue grabbed his arm and started crying. The kind without tears. Qian shook his arm, but couldn't shake it off. Su Yinhe, Lin Muxue gave her a sense of déjà vu of a naughty child. Yin. I want to eat barbecue, Lin Muxue cried, and then freed one hand and grabbed Su Yinhe next to her. Su Yinhe, oops. Forgot to stand farther away. Look at this moon. It's so big and round, so suitable for an open-air barbecue. Lin Muxue grabbed one with each hand and looked up at the moon. Su Yinhe looked at the small and curved moon in the sky and didn't want to talk much. Qian was even thinking about how to get rid of Lin Muxue's restless claws. Eat, I want to eat too. In the end, Su Yinhe couldn't stand it anymore. Great, hearing Su Yinhe's words, Lin Muxue quickly let go of the water and ran away a second before Qian hit him with a water ball. For two people with space, open-air barbecue is not difficult. In a few seconds, the barbecue grill, various ingredients and seasonings were prepared. Lin Muxue started to grill excitedly. Su Yinhe sat aside and put the mushrooms on the grill. She drank a bottle of orange juice in one hand and flipped the mushrooms with the other hand. Let me do it. You sit down, Qian took the mushroom skewers from her. Someone was willing to help her grill them, and she was responsible for eating them. Very good. Su Yin sat aside obediently, waiting for the mushroom skewers to be grilled. After Qian grilled the mushroom skewers, he handed them to her. What else do you want to eat? Chicken feet and sorry. Su Yin held the grilled mushroom skewers. Although she was a little embarrassed, Qian looked like he really wanted to help her grill them. Then she would not be polite. Qian said him. Then he picked up 5 skewers of chicken feet and started grilling them. Lin Muxue was also struggling beside him. He was grilling pork belly. The pork belly was brushed with sauce and sizzling on the grill. He was tempting him from head to toe. Damn tempting. Lin Muxue took a deep breath and inhaled the aroma of the pork belly into his stomach. Then he worked harder to get the pork belly into his stomach as soon as possible. Finally. It's finally done. Lin Muxue looked at the pork belly skewers in his hand and showed a slightly lewd smile. He ate one skewer first. It was fragrant and spicy at first, and then the pork belly was oily. Delicious. I've eaten it dry. Then I'll wrap it with lettuce. Lin Muxue put the pork belly skewer in his hand on the plate, found lettuce and garlic, and wrapped the pork belly and garlic with lettuce. One bite. Satisfied. Very good. Lin Muxue was about to have another one, but when he reached out to take it, he found that the plate was gone. Fuck. Where's his big plate? Where's his pork belly? Lin Muxue found it. His pork belly was in Qian's hand. Well grilled. Keep going. Qian held a plate with a pork belly and gave him an evil smile. Then he gave the pork belly to Su Yin. The chicken feet won't be grilled so quickly, you can eat some pork belly first, he said gently. Lin Muxue, his. The roasted pork belly is his. He roasted it. Who is the dog of the wheel or the dog of Qian? Lin Muxue's eyes were dull. Su Yin held the plate of pork belly and looked at Lin Muxue's dull eyes. It was not right to eat it, nor was it right not to eat it. Forget it. Let's just give it back. She was really afraid that Lin Muxue would cry after she ate it. Woo woo woo. Yin, you are still not a dog. No, I mean, Qian is more dog than you. No, it's you who are not as dog as Qian. I don't know what I said, you pretend you didn't hear it. Lin Muxue was holding the roasted pork belly that he had lost and found, and he was completely unconscious. Su Yin, she was as happy as a fool. Su Yin continued to wait for her roasted chicken feet. The chicken feet were roasted soon. After roasting, Qian gave it to her, and then continued to roast the sorry. He looked serious. He looked handsome. Su Yin gnawed the chicken feet while watching him eat. Not sure if it was her illusion, but when Qian noticed her gaze, his waist straightened more than before. Just like that, one grilled and one ate. Su Yin was full. But Qian didn't eat a single bite. Halfway through, Su Yin persuaded him to eat a few bites, but Qian refused, and he wanted to grill for her. Moreover, he really felt that eating barbecue at night was too oily. It was not good for his sleep. If Su Yin hadn't agreed, he would never do as Lin Muxue wished. After Su Yin was full, she looked at Qian who had been busy for a long time without eating a single bite, and felt a little guilty. The three of them, she didn't do anything, and they were full. Lin Muxue did it herself and was full. Qian did it, but didn't eat a single bite. The guilt overwhelmed her breath. Su Yin thought for a while, and took out the dessert she made a few days ago, double skim milk. Do you want to eat? The double skim milk was white, with Oreo crumbs on it. Qian's eyes lit up, and then he nodded reservedly. Su Yin looked at him like this, and couldn't help laughing out loud. Qian tilted his head in confusion. Oops, the tilted head is a killer. Su Yin thought he was cute. Qian liked the double skim milk made by Su Yin very much. When he ate it, his whole body exuded a joyful atmosphere. Yin, can I have it? Lin Muxue, who had eaten enough roasted pork belly, saw it and was very greedy, and came over. Sure. Su Yin generously took out a new bowl of double skim milk. This one was red bean. Yin, I declare that you are my angel. Lin Muxue made a heart shape with her hands. Qian ate the dessert and stepped hard. Hey! Qian, Lin Muxue, who was stepped on and hurt, jumped away holding the red bean double skim milk. Stingy. Really stingy. Stingy. Humph. Anyway, he was coming. Lin Muxue made a face at him. And then started to eat the double skim milk. Childish. Qian nonchalantly withdrew his foot and snorted in his heart. Su Yin, okay. Both of them are very childish. After stepping on the disturbing people, Qian began to taste the double skim milk seriously. However, before he had tasted it for long, a group of supernatural beings attracted by the barbecue smell came to visit. The barbecue smell was strong to begin with, and this group of supernatural beings had been enduring it for a long time. They really couldn't help it, so they came to see who was so arrogant, and by the way, see if they could grab a wave. Chapter 111 Lean Meat Porridge. Then they looked at Qian. Excuse me. The moment they saw Qian, they turned around skillfully and ran away. Su Yinhe, it has to be my brother Qi, Lin Muxue said slowly. Could Qian be a ghost? Su Yinhe glanced at him secretly. Qian noticed it and smiled at her. Su Yinhe was so scared that she turned her head back immediately. After eating barbecue, it was not difficult to clean up. Qian had space and could put everything away with a wave of his hand. At night, when Su Yinhe was lying in the tent, she was still a little uncomfortable. She missed her bed at home. The space in the tent was too small, and there was not enough space for her to move. She tossed and turned, unable to sleep, and then took out her tablet and watched 2 episodes of a melodrama. She was sleepy. She slept. When she woke up the next day, Su Yinhe found that her waist and back were sore. So she held her waist when she went out. Lin Muxue came out at the same time. When he saw Su Yinhe's actions, he was confused at first, and then he had an expression of I understand. Su Yinhe, for some reason, she suddenly felt that he was a bit mean. Yin, what do you want to eat in the morning? Porridge. Lin Muxue wanted to come up to help her, but he stretched out his hand for a long time, not knowing how to help her. Then he thought of something and took his hand back. I can do anything. Su Yinhe took his hand back with a dark face. Then drink porridge. I cooked lean meat porridge. Then you got up quite early. Su Yinhe was a little surprised. That's right, I'm very hard-working. Yin, do you really not lack a son? A daughter is also fine. I wear women's clothes. Su Yinhe, get lost. Oh, the lean meat porridge cooked by Lin Muxue was pretty good, and it was extravagantly sprinkled with chopped green onions. Where's Qian? Doesn't he want to eat? Su Yinhe thought of Qian while drinking. He doesn't want to eat. He hasn't woken up yet. They went to bed too late last night, and that time was considered staying up late for Qian. Qian will probably have to sleep so late in the next few days, and he has to make up for the sleep he stayed up last night. Su Yinhe was silent for a while. Qian would also stay in bed. It doesn't look like that. But where did you get the ingredients? Rice and meat are understandable, but where did the chopped green onions come from? Qian gave it to me last night. Lin Muxue took a big spoonful with a spoon. The porridge was cooked just right, very thick and fresh. This is all thanks to you, Yin. If you hadn't come, Brother Qi would have just thrown a steamed bun to me. How could he give me rice, meat and chopped green onions? Su Yinhe's hand paused. For a moment, she didn't know whether she should accept this compliment or not. Yin, you. Oh, forget it. You have a supermarket. There was a moment when Lin Muxue wanted to invite Su Yinhe to live with them for his own bright future. But he thought of Su Yinhe's big supermarket. When he thought of this, Lin Muxue was very sad. Why didn't he have a supermarket that could mutate? If there is no mutated supermarket, a pot of mutated lean meat porridge will do. But they don't seem to have the tendency to mutate. Lin Muxue drank 8 bowls of porridge in a row with sadness. Su Yinhe, I don't understand why she became emo while talking. Don't be sad, you can come to my supermarket often to buy things in the future. Su Yinhe patted his shoulder comfortingly. She is not tired of staying in the sun base yet, and she has not thought of moving the supermarket to another base. I thought you would say that I will have a supermarket like you in the future. Can't you wish me a blessing? Lin Muxue looked at her sadly. Su Yinhe, people should not dream in the daytime. Because it will become a daydream. After breakfast, Su Yinhe strolled to the market, ready to continue shopping. Lin Muxue was emo. Su Yinhe disliked him and decided not to take him and go alone. Taking an emo person with her would affect her mood for shopping. I don't know if it's because she became famous for exchanging rice for useless jewelry yesterday. There are a lot of people setting up stalls today, especially the jewelry stalls. Lao Wang, the owner of a stall that Su Yinhe bought out yesterday, came up to her as soon as he saw Su Yinhe. Boss, you're here again. I've prepared more jewelry today than yesterday. Do you want some? Lao Wang smiled with wrinkles on his face. He earned 2 bags of rice yesterday, 2 full bags. It was enough for his family to eat for several months. If they save some, they might be able to eat for a year. So, he suspected that Su Yinhe would come again today, so he specially took out the useless jewelry at home, washed them, and brought them to set up the stall early this morning. He was hoping to meet Su Yinhe again. Exchange for 2 more bags of rice. Oh no, 1 bag will do. As long as I can get it, it's fine. Before the end of the world, Lao Wang was also a rich second generation. He usually played games and bought equipment, and his wife liked to buy some small jewelry. After the end of the world, all his equipment was useless. In the early days of the end of the world, they relied on his wife's jewelry to buy food and survive. But the end of the world has been too long, and jewelry and other things are not valuable at all. At the beginning, you can still exchange for food, but the longer the time, the less you can exchange. But Lao Wang still comes to set up a stall when he has time. Some female psychics like this kind of shiny jewelry. If they have enough food, they will buy some food. In this case, he makes money. It adds more income to the family. Look, he made a big profit while setting up the stall. He met Su Yinhe. Lao Wang never thought that someone would be willing to take 2 bags of rice to buy those jewelry. When he carried the 2 bags of rice home last night, he and his wife cooked rice to eat, and he was so happy that he hugged his wife and ate for 2 hours. His wife is better than him. The equipment he bought is useless, and the jewelry his wife bought is exchanged for food. His wife is still good at taste. Su Yinhe squatted down and picked for a long time, and sadly found that she couldn't pick out 5, 6, 7, or 8. Being a poor person for too long, she doesn't know whether these jewelry are valuable or not, whether they are real or fake. She only cares about whether they look good. Lao Wang's wife has a good eye for jewelry, and these jewelry are in line with her aesthetics. Su Yinhe picked for a long time, but couldn't make a decision. However, she changed her mind and thought that she had so much rice in her hands, she would be a rich person in the end times. What are rich people picky about? Just take them all. Even if these are fakes, she will wear one a day and be happy wearing them. It's very cheap to buy some rice to make her happy. It's free rice at least. It's all because she was poor for so long that she couldn't change her mind for a while. I'll take them all, Su Yinhe, who had come to a certain point, said this domineeringly. Okay, I'll wrap them up for you. Lao Wang directly pulled up the black cloth on the ground and wrapped up the jewelry. Very casually. Lao Wang was wrapping, and suddenly realized that he seemed to have wrapped it a little casually. He looked at Su Yinhe with some embarrassment. I'm sorry, how about No, that's it, such cheap things, why would you need a bicycle? Chapter 112 Reference Pool Banquet. Then you see, Lao Wang rubbed his fingers. It was not a hint, but a clear indication. In fact, it was okay not to give it. After all, Su Yinhe had already given him 2 bags of rice. Lao Wang felt that it was enough, and it would be fine to give it to Su Yinhe. But Lao Wang felt that people should have dreams, otherwise they would be no different from a salted fish. If Su Yinhe was more generous, his family would have 2 years of food. 5 bags of rice, okay. Su Yinhe took a look and found that the jewelry Lao Wang brought today was more than twice as much as yesterday. Su Yinhe gave him the same amount as yesterday. 5 bags, Lao Wang almost shouted, but he immediately remembered where this place was, and was afraid of being stared at by others, so he lowered his voice in time. 5 bags, Lao Wang suspected that he had heard it wrong. Yes. Can you take it? Lao Wang was alone, and Su Yinhe was a little worried that he couldn't carry it, and there was no one to help him watch. You can take it, you can take it. Lao Wang's heart was beating so loudly. 5 bags of rice. Where did this boss come from? The big boss sold more than 10 bags of rice yesterday, and today, 5 bags at once. Is this the power of a space-based superpower? Why didn't he awaken a space power? If he had a space power, he would have stocked up at the beginning of the apocalypse, and he wouldn't be living a tight life now. Lao Wang thought sourly. But it's good now. 5 bags of rice. Eat sparingly, enough for 3 years. People should learn to be content. Boss, wait for me, I'll find my friend. Okay, so many jewelry, it's reasonable to wait. After Su Yinhe nodded, Lao Wang ran away to find someone. In the end, he found 4 friends to help carry the rice at the price of half a bag of rice. These 4 friends are people Lao Wang trusts more. They have been extremely hungry after the apocalypse, but they have never robbed others. They have helped him several times, so Lao Wang is still more relieved and not worried that they will rob him. What's more, the 4 of them are superpowers, and they can survive by going out to hunt mutant animals. They won't stare at their things. However, it's the end of the world. No matter how good the relationship is, you have to be on guard. People will change. Lao Wang plans to keep a bag of rice to eat after moving it back, and hide the rest. Lao Wang and his 4 friends carried the rice away. Before he left, he introduced his colleagues to Su Yinhe. Okay, thank you, I'll go and see. In fact, even if Lao Wang didn't say it, Su Yinhe would buy from his colleagues. Because she came here today to shop. She is so rich, and the things here are so cheap. If she doesn't shop, she will be sorry for the system that sent her to this end of the world. But since Lao Wang said so, Su Yinhe must go and see the colleagues he strongly recommended first. Lao Wang's colleague is called Xiao Wang. He sells jade. He seriously suspects that there is a relative relationship. It can't be Lao Wang's son. But Lao Wang said that he only has one daughter. Could it be that this is the son of Lao Wang's next-door neighbor? Sorry. Her heart is too dirty. How much? Xiao Wang, who was lying on the ground with his legs crossed, got up immediately when he saw a customer coming, raising a cloud of dust. The dust fell directly on the jade placed on the gray cloth. Su Yinhe stepped back with some disgust. Boss, look. These are all good jades. They are heirlooms left to me by my grandfather. If it weren't for the end of the world and I couldn't afford to eat, I wouldn't be willing to sell them. Xiao Wang picked up a jade pendant and handed it to Su Yinhe. Look at the color and luster. You can't find a jade as good as mine in the entire base. Su Yinhe chose to pretend not to hear the last sentence. Every boss who sells things says this. Well, her boss Zhou Peiopi also said this. It's not when selling things. It's when she joined the company. What about the whole city can't find a boss as generous and considerate of employees as him, blah blah. Bah. He said the opposite. It's obvious that the whole city can't find a boss as stingy as him who exploits employees and is foul-mouthed. Then how do you sell it here? Su Yinhe squatted down and tried to choose, but to no avail. She really didn't know how to look. Oh. She used to be a poor person. She got rich too quickly and she hasn't learned to be a rich person yet. How about this? 1 piece of jade, 2 biscuits, no, half a piece, and you can take away a piece of jade ornament. Xiao Wang looked painful, as if he had suffered a great loss. Su Yinhe, meow, although Xiao Wang is called Xiao Wang, he is not as honest as Lao Wang. Lao Wang can take away everything with a piece of biscuit. Xiao Wang is a profiteer. Of course, according to the prices here, he is a profiteer. According to Su Yinhe's psychological price, he's giving it away for free. No biscuits. Su Yinhe doesn't like to eat biscuits. There are not many biscuits in her space, just one snow cake and one sundae. But these 2 are not enough to fill you up. Hash is fine, and contribution value is even better. I'm not picky, Xiao Wang said generously. What a coincidence. Su Yinhe clapped his hands. Xiao Wang was overjoyed and smiled. I don't have either of these 2, Su Yinhe gasped. Xiao Wang, no, Xiao Wang said in disbelief. Are you teasing me? No, I really like this jade, Su Yinhe said honestly. Although she didn't have biscuits, porridge, or contribution points, she had rice. Come on, I met a poor guy. He looked well dressed, with such clean clothes, but he was actually a poor guy. Xiao Wang was very disappointed. Forget it. If you don't have it, don't look at it. Here, I'll give you a piece. Go away. Xiao Wang stuffed a jade in his hand to her, then waved at her and let her go. You are a nice person. Su Yinhe looked at him with a strange expression. Although he was a bit of a profiteer, he was not bad. Better than her boss Zhou Peiopi. What's the use of being a good person? You'll still be hungry. There was no business, so Xiao Wang flopped on the ground again, crossed his legs skillfully, and raised a lot of dust. Su Yinhe didn't move. Xiao Wang was lying on the ground. He didn't have any business, so he didn't rush to drive her away. He still had time to give her some advice. Little girl, you are poor, you have no food, and you look thin. You don't look like you have superpowers. In this case, you shouldn't be so particular about cleanliness. Don't wash your clothes so cleanly, and don't wash your hair. Cut it short. Here, cut it like mine. Xiao Wang pointed to his head. Xiao Wang remembered that the last time he washed his hair was when it rained heavily. The rain was so heavy that he was forced to wash his hair. He felt a little lighter. Why? Su Yinhe looked at him and found it quite interesting. She squatted on the ground and continued to talk to him. You are so delicate and tender. Those, like women like you the most. Xiao Wang pointed to the sky. Really, why would I lie to you? It's the end of the world and you still make yourself look like a human being. In the end, you will either die or let others die. Refer to Qi Yan. Chapter 113 Xiao Wang's experience. Su Yin began to doubt her ears. Qi Yan? Reference to Qi Yan? Xiao Wang said mysteriously, it would be fine if you were the same pervert as Qi Yan, but I don't think you are a pervert. You look like someone who will be targeted by a pervert. Su Yin was silent. For a moment, she didn't know whether to say that she was a pervert or that she was targeting a pervert. Thank you for your reminder, you're welcome. Xiao Wang, love to help others, Xiao Wang said happily. Although he was a little disappointed just now, he now found the value. Actually, Su Yin's brain was stuck. How could it be so dramatic? What's wrong? Still want it? Xiao Wang looked at her with a wrong look. Forget it, you are lucky today. Xiao Wang grabbed 2 more pieces of jade for her. Su Yin was lucky today, and he was unlucky. He didn't sell anything, so he gave it to her. Su Yin was stunned when she held the things in her hand. Xiao Wang is a very nice person. Anyway, you should listen to my advice and go back quickly, or roll on the ground like me. Xiao Wang passed on his experience to her. Back then, I was also good looking and clean. But a stupid superpower fell in love with me. Fortunately, I was smart and wiped my snot in his mouth. Speaking of this, Xiao Wang was a little proud. It disgusted him. Su Yin, so explosive? Su Yin couldn't help but took a step back. Xiao Wang was unhappy when she took this step back. What are you doing? I'm passing on my experience to you. If you encounter such a thing in the future, don't feel disgusted. Snot, tears, saliva, just poop when necessary. I don't believe that any pervert can continue to be perverted. Su Yin was in a daze, begging for a pair of ears that had never heard. Remember, I also saw that you are good looking, and I am afraid that you will be ruined by some idiots. He is kind, and there are not many kind and handsome people like him in the end times. Xiao Wang lifted his hair on his forehead. Damn, I haven't washed my hair for too long. My hair has become hard and I can't lift it. Xiao Wang's action of putting his hand down was a little strange and unnatural. But when he thought of Su Yin across from him, he immediately became natural. Thank you, Su Yin thanked him sincerely. You're welcome. Remember to buy my jade when you become rich in the future. He had been setting up the stall for so many days, but he didn't sell a single piece. He gave away 3 pieces for free. Unlucky. Xiao Wang was thinking about whether to go and pay a visit. He had learned to paint before. Although he hadn't painted for several years, he still had the foundation and could still draw shape. That, Su Yin asked tentatively. Do you want more? Xiao Wang was shocked. He couldn't let her take advantage of him just because he kindly gave her a few pieces because these things were worthless. Xiao Wang looked at her vigilantly. No. I want to ask, is a bag of rice enough for all your jade? I don't have any biscuits, Su Yin said honestly. Xiao Wang, who was about to drive her away, said, rice? A bag? Come on, I'm really here to amuse him. Who would spend a bag of rice to buy these worthless jades? Such a big bag. Thinking about what Xiao Wang said just now, although it didn't apply to her, she still felt that she should thank him for his kindness. She specially took a bag of rice with the highest specifications and the best taste. Space ability. Xiao Wang fell to the ground with a thud, but he didn't care. He got up in a few seconds, and then looked at Su Yin, the rice next to him with a burning gaze. Well, a bag of rice? Buy these, is it enough? Su Yin was a little tired and squatted down again. Xiao Wang squatted down with him. Enough. Of course it's enough. I just like rice, I hate biscuits and things the most, and I hate porridge. Take it away now. The rice stayed. Su Yin smiled slightly. I was worried that it wasn't enough just now. Look at your jade, the color is so good. Enough, it must be enough. Look at the distinct grains of rice. He can see the shape of the rice grains through the bag. Thinking of the taste of rice, Xiao Wang almost drooled. Then, can you help me pack it? Su Yin took out another cloth bag. Okay, Xiao Wang took his eyes off the rice with difficulty, then took the bag, packed the jade on the stall as quickly as possible, handed it to Su Yin, and then threw himself on it. Holding the rice tightly, is it really for me? Xiao Wang was still a little bit unbelievable. Xiao Wang was much taller than the rice, but he hugged it with his whole body, and his posture was very strange. Here you go, the price for buying the jade, and by the way, thank Xiao Wang for his useless teaching. Su Yin touched the bag with satisfaction, and then put the bag into the space. Xiao Wang's stall was in a popular area. When they were just communicating, several stall owners next to them were paying attention. After Su Yin took out the rice, their eyes were even more substantial. Xiao Wang felt it when he was happy, and he stood up straight, then picked up the rice in a few seconds, and ran away. He didn't care about the cloth on the ground. Su Yin opened her eyes slightly, watching Xiao Wang's back getting farther and farther away. Xiao Wang was too quick. Not only did Su Yin fail to react, but the stall owners nearby also failed to react. However, someone soon set their sights on Su Yin. They all noticed that the bag of rice was taken out by Su Yin. The people who set up stalls here were all ordinary people, and the superpowers had gone hunting to take on tasks. Su Yin took rice from the space, and they tacitly thought that she was a space superpower. When they thought of space superpowers, they thought of the crazy Qi Yan. They swallowed their saliva and didn't dare to go too far. But their eyes on Su Yin were still scorching, and they were very active in wanting to embrace Su Yin as a customer. Boss, take a look at the straw sandals I made, take a look at the toys on my stall. The stall owner wanted to pull Su Yin's arm, but he didn't dare to think of her identity as a superpower. Su Yin looked at the plastic doll with yellow hair and pink skirt on the stall and didn't want to talk much. If she was only 5 years old, she would like it very much. But she is already an adult. If she was an adult college student, she might like it too. But she has been working for several years after college. I have no interest in this kind of plastic doll. Look at mine. Mine is good. Look at the straw sandals I made, look at mine. The hat I made, look at my antique vase. Everyone wanted the same rice as before, so they started to pull customers, and they pulled fiercely. They almost got into a fight. Su Yin was not interested in the first few, but the one after that aroused her interest. It was an antique. She liked this. But, is the history of the two worlds the same? Su Yin had a reasonable doubt. If it is different, then it must be a fake. Although thinking so, Su Yin still walked over honestly. Chapter 114, Not Starving to Death. Anyway, it's not expensive for her. She doesn't need those bags of rice. Take a look, the stall owner was delighted to see Su Yin walking towards his stall. He pointed to the vase on the stall and showed it to her. Not only vases, I have other things here. If you are interested, take them all. I only want a bag of rice. The vase was very small and there was a crack on it. Su Yin looked at it for a long time but couldn't figure it out. Damn, she was just a little waste who didn't even look at good things. Su Yin was very sad. Seeing that Su Yin's expression was wrong, the stall owner panicked and thought she was not satisfied with the vase. This. You are not satisfied with the vase? I have something else here, an inkstone. Do you want an inkstone? And this Rui, Wang Xiaoang was very anxious. He really wanted to get a bag of rice. He couldn't watch a bag of rice slip away in front of him. He was just one step away from success. He couldn't give up. Wrap it up. Su Yin was still very sad. Hey. Okay, Wang Xiaoang almost didn't react after the unexpected turn of events. He thought the business that was going to fail was successful. He immediately wanted to pack it. Take this. Su Yin took out a large plastic box and a few stacks of bubble wrap. This thing is used to reduce the impact of collision on goods during express delivery. Su Yin likes to pinch the bubbles on it with her fingernails and burst them. The process is very relaxing. I didn't expect that it can be used in this place besides relieving stress. When she stuffed this thing into the space, she didn't expect that she would come to buy antiques. The space is really useful. Su Yin got addicted after using it once. Later, her space was basically filled with things. Food, drinks, and garbage. When she was in the supermarket, she threw the garbage into the automatic garbage can. There is no garbage can when she goes out. Although this is the end of the world, Su Yin is a well-educated person. The habits she has developed since she was a child do not allow her to throw garbage anywhere other than the garbage can. Blame her for being too well-educated. Su Yin sighed. Then she looked down and found that the stall owner had stuffed those antiques, packed them. Su Yin was so fast that she couldn't believe it. She even checked it out, fearing that he was too casual in his preparation. This was an antique. Something that she, an ordinary person, would never be able to touch in her life. But surprisingly, it was well prepared. After Wang Xiaoyang finished, he looked at her with a very eager look. Rice. Quick. Su Yin took out the rice and stuffed the antique into the space. Then she saw Wang Xiaoyang repeating Xiao Wang's actions. But Wang Xiaoyang took one more step than Xiao Wang. Boss, my name is Wang Xiaoyang, come again if you have a chance. Su Yin, she had mixed feelings. Didn't want to talk. He took out 2 bags of rice at once. The other stall owners looked at Su Yin as if they were looking at a big piece of fat meat dripping with oil. Su Yin accidentally met one of them and was almost startled. Boss, come and take a look. Some impatient people took it directly. Su Yin spent a day shopping happily and painfully. She was happy because she could buy whatever she wanted without considering the price. It was very refreshing. The pain is, damn, there are too many people. Everyone wants her to buy things. Probably because they think she is a superpower who is not easy to mess with, so their actions are still proper, not excessive, but too enthusiastic. She can't bear it. When Lin Muxue came to find her, he saw Su Yin with a dull look, squatting on the ground and drawing circles. Her hair was messy, and she looked absent-minded. Fuck. What did you do? Lin Muxue didn't expect to see Su Yin like this. I bought a few things, then someone kept talking in her ear, making a lot of noise. After listening for a long time, people get numb. Have you had lunch? Lin Muxue waited for her at noon, but she didn't wait. He was afraid that the food would get cold, and then he thought that Su Yin had a space, so he shouldn't be hungry. He ate a meal for 3 people with tears in his eyes. That's right, Qian hasn't left his tent yet. No. I forgot, it's so funny, I was so busy buying things that I didn't feel hungry at all. After Lin Muxue said this, Su Yin remembered that she didn't eat and felt a little hungry. But he wasn't really hungry. Let's go back. If Su Yin didn't go back, he would have to eat 3 people's meals with tears in his eyes. Yet, when Su Yin stood up, her legs were shaking a little. After she went back, the meal was already cooked. Lin Muxue prepared a few more dishes. Qian doesn't want to eat. Su Yin looked at Lin Muxue eating the meal, a little curious. He won't starve to death if he doesn't eat. Don't worry. Lin Muxue's movements of eating the meal were not slow. Su Yin, how is it? How many things did you buy? A little bit, Su Yin said lightly. Hey, then I'll take you to other places tomorrow, no need. I made an appointment with someone. After selling his things, a stall owner didn't run away, but asked her mysteriously if she needed antiques. He said that he still had a few well-preserved ones at home. Su Yin decided to go and have a look. Appointment? Who made an appointment? Who dared to steal his brother Kai's girl? Why are you reacting so strongly? Su Yin looked at him with a strange expression. It was just to see antiques. Up, that, Yin. Don't think the base is peaceful, it's still very dangerous. Lin Muxue cursed Qian in his heart. He was just catching up on sleep, and he would catch up on sleep. His corner was about to be stolen, and he had to do it. Huh? What danger? Su Yin was a little curious. To be honest, she didn't care about ordinary dangers at all. She was a woman with cheats. If a man you don't know asks you out, he must be a bad guy. How could he be a good guy who asked out a little girl on the first date? Su Yin was choked again. What the hell? Why did Lin Muxue have the tone of an old father? What did he take her for? Cough, cough, cough. Su Yin choked. Lin Muxue hurriedly got her some water. After Su Yin went down, she looked at Lin Muxue speechlessly. Don't look at me like that. I'm just passing on my experience to you. Men know men best. Men are not good things, except for my brother Qi. Too sad. Qian must give him a chicken leg. Qian was catching up on sleep, and he was helping Qian catch up on his corner. So sad. This is the second one. This is the second person who wants to impart his experience to her today. Why do they all like to impart their experience to her? Or some inexplicable experience? When she thought of experience, she thought of Xiao Wang, and then thought of what Xiao Wang said. The rice in her mouth suddenly lost its fragrance. Su Yin, who was not very hungry to begin with, decided not to eat. She threw the bowl and rice into the space to keep them fresh. You're not going to eat now? You're too thin, and you don't eat. Lin Muxue looked at her with some disapproval. It was like looking at a picky child at home. Su Yin, numb. Tired. Destroy it. In this condition, it is impossible to take a shower. Su Yin wiped herself with a wet tissue and then went to sleep. Chapter 115 Jade Bracelet. In the next few days, Su Yinhe was either on the way to Taobao or on Taobao. Gradually, she also became famous. Now everyone knows that there is a space-based psychic in the market who exchanges rice for useless things such as jewelry. Everyone privately sighed that some people were so hungry that they couldn't even afford to drink porridge, while some people could exchange large bags of rice for jewelry. Especially after knowing that Su Yinhe was a woman, they all thought that Su Yinhe was just a beauty lover. Then they became more jealous. While being jealous, they searched around to see if there was such a thing at home or with friends. A useless thing could be exchanged for a bag of rice. With such a big temptation in front of them, how could they resist? Later, Su Yinhe simply stopped looking around. She set up a stall and sat there on the folding chair, waiting for people to come to exchange. She had rice in her hand, and they were willing to bring things to exchange. Su Yinhe would also give them a little more things. Both parties were very satisfied. There were also some who didn't know what was going on, and wanted to take advantage of Su Yinhe because she looked young. But Su Yinhe only looks young and tender. After being a social animal for so many years and meeting so many bad colleagues, her heart has long been black. She is now like a dumpling, white and tender on the outside, but black-hearted when cut open. She simply refuses to exchange with people who want to take advantage of her. It's a joke. So many people are willing to exchange, but she still refuses a few things from that person. Su Yinhe refused to exchange, and the person who took advantage of her panicked and begged Su Yinhe with tears and screams, saying that he has elderly parents and children to take care of. How can she bear to watch his children starve to death? He wants to play a moral kidnapping. However, this is the end of the world, and there are few moral people. When the people waiting in line to exchange heard this, they united to confront him and praised Su Yinhe. In the end, the man could only leave in shame, and he could only ask his friends to help him exchange the things in his hand. Su Yinhe turned a blind eye to this. She couldn't go against money, as long as it didn't come in front of her. Anyway, her reputation was getting bigger and bigger, so big that even the supernaturals who often went out hunting and working heard about it. Many supernaturals knew about this good thing and quickly searched the house and found something to exchange. If you didn't come, you wouldn't know it. As soon as you came, you saw that the person was Su Yinhe. Boss Su. Why is it you? Xu Jiaoqin also heard about this and came to exchange with her previous jewelry. She also had a few jewelry in her hand. She felt useless after the end of the world, but some of them were left to her by her mother. She moved around and couldn't bear to throw them away. There was a flood before, and she was lucky that they were not washed away. She had thought about whether to take it to the supermarket to exchange, but the supermarket currently only accepts gold and crystal cores, and does not accept other things. She just held back. She went to the supermarket 2 days ago, but found that it was closed. Then these 2 days, I heard that someone exchanged rice for jewelry. Xu Jiaoqin was the first batch to patronize the supermarket. And later she often went to the supermarket to buy things. She no longer lacked rice, but no one living in the end of the world would complain about their small food reserves. After learning the news, she looked around at home and actually found some. She took them to see if she could exchange them. Unexpectedly, the stall owner turned out to be Su Yinhe. It was normal that it was Su Yinhe. Apart from Su Yinhe, she didn't expect anyone else to be so humiliated. Captain Su Yinhe waved her hand. Boss, why did you run out? I was sad for a long time when I saw that the supermarket was closed. Speaking of this, Xu Jiaoqin was shocked. When she saw that the supermarket was closed, she thought Su Yinhe didn't want to open it. She was already worried about how she would live if the supermarket was closed. If she hadn't encountered the supermarket in the beginning, she could have endured the days before. Eating those unpalatable mutant animal meats, drinking unpalatable and scratchy porridge, one day accidentally being scratched by mutant animals, eating a good meal, and then dying. This was the ending she could have imagined. But she encountered the supermarket. She ate instant noodles, luncheon meat, fresh fruits and vegetables, and rice. She enjoyed so much, and if she was asked to go back to the days before, it would be worse than death. The more Xu Jiaoqin thought about it, the more panicked she became. If Lin Muxue hadn't seen the word Su Yinhe left, she would have probably shut herself up for a few days. It's uncomfortable to sit in the supermarket every day. So I came out to your base to do business. Su Yinhe was quite happy to see an acquaintance. She likes Xu Jiaoqin very much. Xu Jiaoqin's figure was so hot that even a girl like her liked it. You have good taste. Xu Jiaoqin gave a thumbs up. Although she disliked some teams in the base and had some prejudices, the Sun base was still very good. At least they would take care of the ordinary people in the base. She had escaped to the Sun base from another base. The base she was in was very chaotic. The leaders above were fighting for power and enjoying themselves, and they didn't care about the safety of ordinary people at all. In that base, the superpowers lived well, but ordinary people were very miserable, starving to death every day. Those superpowers also enjoyed enslaving ordinary people, whipping them at every turn, and ordinary people even breathed wrongly. Although she was a superpower, she really couldn't stand these things. She ran away with her dog at night. Then she came to the Sun base. The atmosphere in the Sun base was pretty good. Although the leaders above were fighting for power and it was a bit chaotic, fortunately, many leaders cared about the ordinary people below. They would send superpowers to clean up the plants outside the base to prevent ordinary people from being unable to go out and being killed by plants. They would also build city walls and send people to inspect the city walls every day. Unlike the base she had stayed in before, the city walls were tattered and had no protective effect at all. Those ordinary people still lived at the edge. If the city walls were broken, if zombies and mutant animals came in, the first to die would be ordinary people. Su Yinhe smiled slightly and did not answer. Come and take a look. How much are these worth? Xu Jiaoqin did not forget the business. After a few pleasantries, she took out the things she brought. Seeing what she took out, Su Yinhe's eyes were straightened. The jewelry Xu Jiaoqin took out was similar to that of others, but one of them attracted Su Yinhe's attention. A jade bracelet. The color was so beautiful that it directly hit Su Yinhe's heart. This is beautiful. Su Yinhe couldn't help but pick it up and look at it. In the sunlight, the luster of the jade bracelet was even more fascinating. You have a good taste. This is a family heirloom left to me by my mother. Xu Jiaoqin really thought that Su Yinhe had a good taste. Among so many things, she immediately saw the most valuable one. These things in her hand are not valuable in this world. But in the past, the most valuable thing was this bracelet. The other things were bought for her by her mother when she was alive, and only this bracelet was handed down. How much rice do you want? Su Yinhe liked this bracelet very much, and Xu Jiaoqin was an old customer, so she planned to give her more. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 116, Bloody Wheat. Seeing this, Xu Jiaoqin smiled. Before coming, she didn't think so much, as long as she could exchange for rice. But after coming, she saw that Su Yinhe liked it so much, and she also knew Su Yinhe's wealth, so she didn't bother to be polite with Su Yinhe. She showed 3 fingers. Okay, Su Yinhe was also very straightforward. How do you take it? Su Yinhe noticed that Xu Jiaoqin came alone, and Yun Wujiu, who often followed her, was not there. Let me discuss with you. Can the rice wait until we go to the supermarket next time to get it? After so many days, Xu Jiaoqin also knew that Su Yinhe would not move away easily, and Su Yinhe had no intention of moving away for the time being. But she still wanted to test it. After this, she was really afraid that Su Yinhe would fly away with her supermarket. She asked this because she wanted to know whether Su Yinhe would continue to stay next to the Sun base. Okay, ordinary people can't, but Xu Jiaoqin often goes to the supermarket to buy things, and they are acquaintances anyway. You can give some privileges. Okay, thank you, boss. Xu Jiaoqin's smile was more sincere. After Xu Jiaoqin exchanged her things, she didn't leave in a hurry. She just helped. Su Yinhe glanced at her and agreed. As a result, the few psychics who came later and wanted to cause trouble didn't dare to cause trouble. Those psychics heard that someone in the market exchanged rice for jewelry. They discussed it and prepared to come and see the situation. If it looked easy to deal with, they would threaten and rob. If it was not easy to deal with, they would just exchange honestly. Then they saw Xu Jiaoqin. These psychics rarely go to the supermarket. When they go to the supermarket, they are also rushing to buy things. They buy things and exchange money at the cashier robot, and they didn't notice that there was a boss. So they don't know Su Yinhe very well. Su Yinhe doesn't know her, but Xu Jiaoqin knows her. Xu Jiaoqin's temper is as explosive as her figure. She is famous in the base. She is also famous in the Cheetah Squad. They waited and felt that they couldn't beat her. so they were all honest next time. Xu Jiaoqin helped while chatting with Su Yinhe. Boss, where are you living now? Do you need my help? My house is quite big. Her house was still solid and had not collapsed. Although it was shabby, it was still habitable. It was better than many people whose houses collapsed. No, I have a place to live. I'll live in a tent with Qian and the others. Qian and Lin Muxue had already been troubled, so it was not good to trouble one more person. Moreover, she had a good relationship with Qian and Lin Muxue. Qian and the others had also been eating and living in the supermarket before. It was only natural for her to come back now. But Xu Jiaoqin was different. They were money transactions. What was the point of her living in someone else's house? Hearing Qian's name, Xu Jiaoqin's expression froze. She was originally going to invite him sincerely, but she was speechless immediately. Are you afraid of him? Su Yinhe noticed her abnormality. She had discovered that Qian was really notorious in the Sun base. She had been doing business these days and asked people a few words about Qian. The person who was originally happy to take the rice immediately looked wrong when he heard Qian's name. Then they told her mysteriously about Qian's great achievements. She heard a lot about Qian. They said he was so fierce that she felt a little embarrassed when she saw Qian when she went back now. Fear? Not really. Xu Jiaoqin felt a little awkward, her face was very distorted. I just think he is quite perverted, quite abnormal. She wanted to say perverted, but considering the relationship between Su Yinhe and Qian, Xu Jiaoqin changed the word abruptly. Su Yinhe had set up a tent next to Qian. She also ran into Su Yinhe, Qian and Lin Muxue sitting together when she went to the supermarket to buy things a few times before. Their relationship must be unusual. How perverted? Su Yinhe asked while collecting things. These 2 bags of rice? As she spoke, she took out 2 bags of rice to exchange. The person who got the rice left gratefully. Well, that's it. I heard that he would drain the blood from people's bodies alive, and then use it to make awestruck. Xu Jiaoqin lowered her voice and said mysteriously. Ahem, ahem. Awestruck. Su Yinhe was shocked. Doesn't Qian dislike this? She made awestruck before, but Qian basically didn't touch it. He doesn't even eat animal blood, how could he eat human blood? Did you see it with your own eyes? No. My friend said so. He said he saw Qian drawing human blood in the morning, and in the afternoon he smelled the smell of awestruck cooked in Qian's house. Her friend used to live upstairs from Qian. The smell was so stimulating that her friend was drooling at first, but when she thought about what it was made of, she was so scared that she drank 2 bowls of water. Su Yinhe. You can't talk nonsense without evidence, Xu Jiaoqin muttered in a low voice. It's the end of the world, what evidence do you need? Su Yinhe. For a moment, she didn't know what to say. Besides this, Qian didn't eat awestruck, so the story of awestruck was probably fake. And I heard that someone threatened Qian to have surgery. Xu Jiaoqin hesitated. She was not the kind of person who would talk behind people's backs. But when Su Yinhe asked her, she was reluctant to refuse him. Well, then, he climbed over someone's window in the middle of the night, removed the hands and feet of the family, stripped the men naked and hung them on the city wall, and the women were not stripped naked, but were also hung up. When Xu Jiaoqin said this, her expression was hard to describe. Su Yinhe's expression was also hard to describe after hearing her words. Qian, a clean freak, would not do such a thing as stripping people's clothes. He probably thought their clothes were dirty. Also, there was a man with money and food who fell in love with Qian before. Qian moved all the food of that man away, and also, castrated him and threw him into the red light district. The Sun base also has a red light district. Some people who can't survive, beautiful men and women, sell themselves to the red light district, and those who are not beautiful but young do the same. As for those who are old, ugly or too young, they can only be slaves. Some men and women, who don't want to be so tired and live a hard life, use their own bodies and their own youth to live that kind of illusory life without worries about food and drink. The people above knew about the existence of the red light district in the Sun base, but someone condoned it. Her friend once told her that there was a leader in the base who often visited Su Yinhe. This was something Su Yinhe had not expected. Red light district. The famous red light district. She often saw this in novels, especially the ones where the gangster young master fell in love with me. The gangster boss doted on his little wife. She was very curious about this place. But before coming to this world, She was just an ordinary office worker and had no access to this. Moreover, in her era, such places were also strictly controlled. Su Yinhe did not dare to take the risk. But it's different now. She is not from this world and has nothing to be afraid of. She has food. Su Yinhe, stretching out her little toe to test, red light district. Chapter 117, peeling off a layer of skin. Where? Su Yinhe excitedly held Xu Jiaoqin's arm. Xu Jiaoqin looked confused. Where what? The red light district, where's it? Can I go? Su Yinhe looked at her expectantly. You want to go? Xu Jiaoqin looked very strange. Boss Su, a girl, actually wanted to go to the red light district? I'm a little interested, Xu Jiaoqin. Xu Jiaoqin's face became even stranger, but since Su Yinhe asked her, she still told her about the red light district in detail. Are you really going? Yes. Let's go and have a look. Su Yinhe looked excited, as if she was going to have fun, but going to the red light district can barely be considered going to have fun. Su Yinhe closed her stall early today. Xu Jiaoqin pestered Xu Jiaoqin to ask, but Xu Jiaoqin had only been there once or twice before, so she knew the situation. She knew it, but not too well. She could only tell Su Yinhe everything she knew. At the end, she looked at Su Yinhe's excited look and couldn't help but remind her, well, actually, those people in the red light district are not very clean. Just take a look, don't get sick. At this time, human life is cheap, and the people in the red light district don't treat people as human beings. People working there are very easy to get sick. After they die of the disease, their bodies are thrown out by those people inside. Don't worry, I'll just take a look. Su Yinhe was just curious and wouldn't do such illegal things. It's okay for you to know. Do you want me to take you there? Xu Jiaoqin looked at Su Yinhe and was really worried. Su Yinhe really looked like a little girl who didn't know much about the world. She was worried that something would happen if she went alone. If it's convenient for you, okay, I just have time. I'll take you there. So Xu Jiaoqin took Su Yinhe to the famous red light district. They went at the right time. The red light district usually opens in the evening, and they were just in time when they went. Su Yinhe saw several people posing from a distance, both men and women. After all, they are doing special services, so the people here dress a little better than ordinary people outside, but not much better. But even so, there are still people who will go up to flirt with them. It's cheaper to stand on the street outside. During the time Su Yinhe came here, she has made deals with 4 or 5 people. Basically, they are all superpowered people, both men and women. One female superpowered person is particularly fierce, and she reached out and touched her directly. She noticed Su Yinhe's gaze and raised her eyebrows at Su Yinhe. Su Yinhe's body trembled, and she watched her and the little boy beside her leave with an admiring look. Don't be afraid, this is just an appetizer, Xu Jiaoqin comforted her. Not long after Su Yinhe and Xu Jiaoqin came here, they were noticed by others. Several shirtless men ran over to flirt with them. But these few people are not good enough. They are doing special services, and their figures are not as good as Xu Jiaoqin. Xu Jiaoqin has a vest line, while they only have one abdominal muscle. They winked at Xu Jiaoqin and Su Yinhe, and touched their hair, and some even wanted to get started. Xu Jiaoqin gave a cold face. Go away. The faces of these men changed when they heard the words, and they looked at the two of them unwillingly. They all noticed that the two women were dressed unusually and had fair faces. They looked like people with food. So they came up to flirt with them. But they looked down on them. They wanted to pester them, but when they met Xu Jiaoqin's eyes, they were scared. They could only retreat unwillingly. Su Yinhe was stunned. See. If you come alone, they will definitely peel off a layer of skin? Su Yinhe, not really, no one can peel her skin. Let's go. The goods outside are not good, the ones inside are better. Xu Jiaoqin took Su Yinhe and walked her building with ease. There was an auntie guarding the door downstairs. Xu Jiaoqin handed her a pack of instant noodles and took Su Yinhe in. After entering, a woman dressed very revealingly led them upstairs. Man or woman? The woman asked as she walked. I still want both. Do you want ducks or chickens? Xu Jiaoqin lowered her voice and asked Su Yinhe's ear after hearing her words. So direct? After Su Yinhe came in, she looked around excitedly, but to her disappointment, it seemed that this place was really just an ordinary building, and it was a bit shabby. Su Yinhe was a little stuck when asked this suddenly. Then, take both. Su Yinhe just wanted to take a look, both men and women. Hearing this, Xu Jiaoqin looked at her in surprise. and her eyes seemed to say, "Sister, are you so wild?" Su Yin smiled awkwardly at her. The woman leading the way listened to her words and nodded. "What grade do you want?" "How many?" "The people here are divided into 3 levels, first, second and third. First grade is the best, and the number is the number of people," Xu Jiaoqin continued to explain to Su Yin in a low voice. "First grade, people, let's start with 20, 10 men and 10 women. Su Yin is not short of food. If you want to see it, you want the best." Hearing Su Yin's words, the woman paused, and then the look she gave Su Yin was no longer as careless as before. This time, she looked at Su Yin as if she was looking at fat meat. Naked. Su Yin felt a little uncomfortable when she looked at her. "Okay, then I'll take you to the 9th floor. Don't worry, I will definitely find the best for you." "But this food," the woman laughed exaggeratedly and rubbed her fingers at Su Yin. Her flattering look almost scared Su Yin. Su Yin would rather she was as cold as just now than be so enthusiastic. But the woman knew that she was a big customer, and she would never treat Su Yin so poorly as before. Climbing the 9th floor all at once was still a little tiring. The woman was a little out of breath when she climbed up. After climbing up, she saw a long corridor with luxurious lights hanging on both sides, but it was not very bright. Moreover, standing here, if you listen carefully, you can seem to hear faint screams. Su Yin looked at it and thought it was very suitable for shooting horror movies. The woman led them forward and finally opened a room. "Please," the woman's face flickered under the light, looking a little weird, especially with her smile. Su Yin shivered, but still went in with Xu Jiaoqin. As soon as she entered, Su Yin's eyes widened when she saw the things inside. The room was very empty. In addition to a bed and a table, the rest were densely packed torture instruments. We have a full range of tools here, and we guarantee you will have fun. Our people are also very playable, and you will definitely like it," the woman said with a little pride. "The tools here are much more complete than those of the other shops. Those shops only have a few tools, which is no match for them." Su Yin was silent. "Xu Jiaoqin, if you want to come and see, at least you have to finish it, otherwise, her pack of instant noodles would be wasted." Chapter 118. "Dear, where did you take out the instant noodles just now?" Su Yin was very curious when she talked about this. She didn't even see clearly where Xu Jiaoqin took out the instant noodles. "Hey, I want to eat. I haven't eaten for a long time. I have been eating rice recently, and when I was eating rice, I wanted instant noodles. I originally planned to add a meal for myself, but I didn't expect to waste it here. That's just the entrance fee. You have to pay extra when you order people. When the woman brings the people, you have to pay half first." After the woman took them to the room, she went downstairs to find someone. Here. For you." Su Yin asked for it herself. How could she let Xu Jiaoqin spend money? So she took out 3 bags of instant noodles from the space and gave them to Xu Jiaoqin. 1 bag was paid by Xu Jiaoqin just now, and the other 2 bags were for the guide fee. Xu Jiaoqin knew that she was rich, so she didn't bother to be polite with her and took them directly. After receiving the instant noodles, she was a little troubled. 1 bag of instant noodles was easy to stuff in, but 3 bags couldn't fit in. She stuffed 1 bag in, and the remaining 2 bags were in her hand. The bed seemed to be the only place to sit in the room. Su Yin didn't dare to sit on the bed in such a place. So she took out 2 stools from the space, 1 for each person. Xu Jiaoqin didn't want to sit on the bed either. Seeing Su Yin taking out the stool, she sat on it happily. "Be careful later. People here are very good at coaxing people. 20 people come at once. I'm afraid you can't handle it." After sitting down, Xu Jiaoqin couldn't help but start to remind her. "Okay," Su Yin nodded obediently. Xu Jiaoqin looked at her obedient appearance and was a little speechless. Su Yin didn't look like someone who had come to such a place. But she was interested in this place. With her like this, Xu Jiaoqin was really worried that she would be eaten to the bone. People who can get a good place here are not ordinary people. In addition to being good looking, they must also be good at coaxing people. Coaxing people to lose everything. Su Yin is so young, although she usually looks like someone with ideas, but she is still a little worried. The woman came up quickly with people. 21 people came out one after another. Then the 20 people stood in front of Su Yin in 4 rows. After the woman came in, she was a little surprised to see that Su Yin and Xu Jiaoqin were not sitting on the bed, but on 2 stools. Where did the stools come from? The woman had received many people before, and she thought of it as soon as she thought about it. She looked at Su Yinhe and Xu Jiaoqin with more fiery eyes. Please look at the people you want, okay? Su Yinhe took a rough look, and her spirit was not comparable to those on the street. The people here were obviously dressed better than those on the street, neat, and their facial features were also regular. The woman looked at Su Yinhe eagerly. What's the price? Well, 10 biscuits per person for the first class. 200 biscuits for 20 people, the woman quoted. Others are also okay. I will consider the quantity according to what you want to give. This price is lower than the last time I came. I asked for 12 biscuits last time. Xu Jiaoqin turned her head and talked to Su Yinhe again. Is a bag of rice enough? Su Yinhe didn't have biscuits, so she took out a bag of rice directly. When the woman saw the rice, her eyes widened, and her eyeballs seemed to jump out of their sockets in the next second. Yes, yes. Of course, the woman responded quickly, fearing that Su Yinhe would run away in the next second. This big bag of rice, let alone 200 biscuits, even 500 can be made. The woman went up to check the rice eagerly, and suddenly took out a knife from her body and removed the stitches to check. Grains of rice slipped through her fingers, and the woman was even more satisfied. Then, I wish you a good time. The woman took the rice and ran away. She grabbed the hole and dragged it all the way out. It was a bit difficult, but the more she dragged, the happier she was. In the end, she closed the door considerately. The bag of rice given by Su Yinhe was naturally seen by the 20 people, but because the woman was there just now, they didn't dare to be too presumptuous. As soon as the woman left, they didn't care. 20 people moved together, wanting to go up to serve Su Yinhe. With such a big bag of rice, if they had the ability to coax Su Yinhe to give them a bag, even if they had to share it with the people above, they could at least get 1/10. For such a big bag, 1/10 is not a small amount. They must use all their strength to squeeze the rice out of Su Yinhe. Everyone looked at Su Yinhe as if they were looking at some braised pork. Don't move, Su Yinhe stopped them in time. Go back to the same line as before. With so many people, one person's words would be enough to annoy her to death. Su Yinhe just came to take a look, but didn't want to do anything. After hearing her words, they were obviously disappointed, but they still obediently lined up back. Xu Jiaoqin winked at Su Yinhe. Su Yinhe, although they lined up back, the eyes they looked at Su Yinhe were still so hot. They wanted to cling to her in the next second. What a blessing, Xu Jiaoqin sighed in a low voice. Su Yinhe turned her head to look at her. I'm praising you. Xu Jiaoqin touched her nose, trying to tease her. Don't be polite, I spent a lot of money. It can't be wasted. Xu Jiaoqin motioned for her to go up. She didn't want to go up, she wasn't that kind of person. Su Yinhe shook her head and refused. Then she turned to look at the 4 rows of people. She was shocked when she saw it. Shit. When did they take off their clothes? Su Yinhe turned her head and found that they were all naked. Some were even half covered, full of temptation. When Su Yinhe looked over, some people's eyes were like hooks. Although they didn't do anything, Su Yinhe still felt that she was dirty. There were also people who raised their hands and licked the back of their hands slowly with their tongues. While licking, they looked at Su Yinhe, and the implication was very obvious. Not bad, worthy of being first class. Xu Jiaoqin was still in the mood to comment. Take a look, do you like any of them? Su Yinhe, I don't really want to. These people were too wild, and she felt dirty after looking at them for a few times. Then you can't just look at them like this, it's a bag of rice. Just look at them? You're doing charity. Even if Su Yinhe wanted to, she looked at those people who were ready to move and felt that they would definitely not be willing to just stand there. Xu Jiaoqin's feeling was correct. After a while, a brave and far-sighted man, Xiaolu, laid down. Then used his hands and feet to slowly crawl over. His posture was so charming that Xu Jiaoqin almost had a nosebleed. Su Yinhe, damn it. Don't come over. She was scared. Help. She felt like she had entered the spider cave. My name is Xiaolu. Not long after, the man crawled to Su Yinhe's feet, gently pulled Su Yinhe's pants with his hands, and stared at her with a pair of eyes. Xiaolu. Hello, Su Yinhe greeted stiffly. Can I know your name? Xiaolu has been here for so many years, and he is best at observing words and expressions. As soon as he saw Su Yinhe's performance, he knew that she was coming here for the first time and was very green. A smile flashed in Xiaolu's eyes. Chapter 119. Where have you been? Su Yinhe shivered. But Xiaolu got closer and closer. Su Yin, my name is Su Yin. Su Yin moved the stool and moved back. Sister Su, Xiaolu lowered her voice and called out softly. I don't know how Su Yin felt, but Xu Jiaoqin next to her felt very comfortable listening to her. Really good. Why didn't she meet such a good flirter last time she came? Xu Jiaoqin was a little envious of Su Yin's good luck. No wonder some men like to hear women call them brothers, and she also likes to hear her brother call her sister. Xiaolu was so bold that the others were also ready to move. Hurry up, go back, get up, stand back. Introduce yourself, and everyone who introduces himself seriously will get a small bag of rice. Su Yin waved her hand to drive Xiaolu away in a panic. Xiaolu looked at her a little lonely. It seemed that she was an unforgivable villain. Su Yin felt guilty. Xiaolu stood up slowly and touched her hand when he left. Su Yin, it's a little too bold. It was so scary that Su Yin shivered. Xiaolu stood back. After hearing what Su Yin said, the rest of the people's brains raced, wondering what Su Yin meant. They didn't think that introducing oneself was simply introducing one's name and age. People who come to such a place would definitely want to hear. They all thought about things that were indescribable, and the more they thought about it, the deeper they thought, wondering how to organize their words to satisfy Su Yin. Little did they know that Su Yin really just wanted to hear the name and age. Xiaolu blinked as he walked, and his eyes were about to convulse. Su Yin couldn't bear to look directly at it. Those who felt that they were being robbed of the limelight by Xiaolu looked at him with a resentful expression. Xiaolu saw their eyes and snorted softly. Everyone was a competitor, and this was what happened when they couldn't compete with him. He didn't bother to care about their expressions, he just needed to know that he was better than them. After Xiaolu went back, the first person on the left began to introduce himself. A man, dressed so coolly, he licked his lips and introduced himself in a way that sounded shy but was actually very bold. My name is Qian, I'm 23 years old, 188 centimeters tall, and have 8-pack abs, cough, cough cough cough. Su Yin was caught off guard and choked on her own saliva. Stop, stop, Su Yin coughed and made a pause gesture. It was too wild. She wasn't ready yet. Xu Jiaoqin laughed obscenely beside her. A good queen turned into an obscene woman. Su Yin wanted to roll her eyes. Next one. Don't talk nonsense, just say your name and age. I don't want to hear what you are good at. The next one was more arrogant, but the more arrogant he was, the more shocking his words were. I was all night, puff. Xu Jiaoqin couldn't help but started laughing. All night haha. Su Yin was afraid of getting sty, so she stopped immediately. 20 people introduced themselves, each one more daring than the other. When all the people had finished their turn, Su Yin felt that she had become numb. She would no longer be afraid of hearing outrageous words, as she had already met 20 such daring people. Are you still afraid of dirty talk? Xu Jiaoqin followed Su Yin and said that it was a feast for the eyes. Su Yin looked at their movements, blushing, and Xu Jiaoqin looked at their movements, whistling at them. Su Yin. I always felt that I followed the wrong person with Xu Jiaoqin. Sister, do you really not like any of them? Xiaolu winked at her and blew a kiss. Su Yin, sister, I'm 8 pieces. Xiaolu wanted to lift his clothes. Good waist. Xu Jiaoqin whistled at him. Damn, he hasn't lifted it up yet. Are Xu Jiaoqin's eyes X-rays? Or can they see through? Su Yin, it was so scary, she hugged her poor self and trembled. Yin, the person you chose. Xu Jiaoqin gestured to her. Sister, Xiaolu was ready to move. No, 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 I'm scared. Don't come over here. Su Yin felt like a sheep that had strayed into a pack of wolves. Xu Jiaoqin was watching the fun and didn't mind making trouble. She desperately signaled her to come up and say, don't be polite, because this is what she ordered. No, no, I can't afford it. Su Yin was very resistant. She was very innocent, okay? It was just a little bit awkward on the internet. In reality, she was an innocent girl. Xiaolu seemed to not see her rejection and was about to move forward. Go back. Go back. Su Yin was too frightened and quickly retracted her legs onto the stool. Su Yin trembled. Xiaolu didn't listen at all. Sister, what's wrong with you? He approached with an innocent look. Go back quickly, stand back. Su Yin was really scared. Xiaolu and the others were very disappointed, but seeing Su Yin's face, they knew that she was not playing hard to get, but was serious, so they could only stand back. Su Yin looked at them, then at Xu Jiaoqin, thought for a while, took out 20 small bags of rice, then pulled Xu Jiaoqin up and put the stool made by the two people back into the space. Give each of you a bag of rice. After saying that, Su Yin pulled Xu Jiaoqin and ran away. When Xiaolu and the others saw the rice, they went crazy. They didn't care how the two of them left and rushed to grab the rice. When they finished grabbing, they found that the guests were gone. Because Su Yin paid for a bag of rice at once, she didn't have to pay anything when she left, and they left smoothly. Xu Jiaoqin was a little reluctant when she left. You didn't do anything, and you gave away so much rice. Xu Jiaoqin felt sorry for her. There was so much rice, it would take a whole night to sort it out. What do you want me to do? Su Yin's face turned black when she heard her words. At least have some fun. You don't want to play, but you still give so much? Xu Jiaoqin felt sorry for the rice Su Yin gave away. Su Yin was speechless. Oh, this is the first time I see someone so generous. Some people come here and kill people with a few pieces of cake. But you, after listening to their few words, give out so much rice? Xu Jiaoqin walked and shook her head. A spendthrift, really a spendthrift. Su Yin, she was just curious and came here simply to take a look. She didn't want to do anything else. Although she had a lot of nonsense in her mind, she was a simple person. The simple Su Yin ran very fast. After separating from Xu Jiaoqin, it was already very late when Su Yin went back. Su Yin took out a flashlight and walked back along the way. When she went back, Qi Yan and Lin Muxue were having dinner. Yin, where have you been? Lin Muxue looked at her and was very surprised. Before Su Yin could answer, Qi Yan sniffed and said with certainty, you went to the red light district. Chapter 120, Unspeakable Text. Su Yin, she smiled awkwardly, you have a very good nose. Lin Muxue listened and felt something was wrong, and his chopsticks stopped. He looked at Qi Yan in surprise. Brother Qi, you actually went to that kind of place. And you? Yin, you're a girl. After he finished talking about Qi Yan, he turned his head and looked at Su Yin. It's very dangerous. The people there, you're not allowed to go there next time. Su Yin nodded obediently. And Brother Qi, tell me the truth, when did you go there? He didn't even take him with him, he hadn't even seen it. Lin Muxue had only heard of the reputation of the red light district, but had never been in it. I was sending someone off. Qi Yan glanced at him, not really wanting to answer, but afraid that Su Yin would misunderstand, so he still explained. The meaning was simple and shocking. It was too short. People who didn't know would definitely not know what he was talking about. But Su Yin had already heard about what Qi Yan did from others, and she understood it as soon as he said it. Only Lin Muxue was stupid enough not to understand. Who did you send off? You actually went to the red light district, he didn't even take him with him. Also, doesn't Qi Yan have mysophobia? Where was his mysophobia when he went there? Lin Muxue looked at him unkindly. Qi Yan looked at him with an expression as if he was looking at an idiot. Don't look like that, I'm asking you. Thinking of Su Yin next to him, Lin Muxue felt that he needed to help Su Yin to find out. It was not convenient for Su Yin to ask, but he would not be polite or embarrassed. He had to ask clearly. Otherwise, it would harm Yin. Although Qi Yan was his brother, he couldn't just watch Yin fall into the fire pit. 3 years ago. The surname Lin, Qi Yan looked at Su Yin and was a little impatient with Lin Muxue. Although Qi Yan only said 6 words, Lin Muxue still reacted. He clamped his legs together instantly. 3 years ago, it was still the surname Lin. Isn't it that guy? Speaking of which, that person is a bit related to him. When he heard that he was castrated, Lin Muxue felt a chill down his spine. Remember, Lin Muxue nodded humbly, and at the same time wanted to cover his legs, but remembered that he was eating. Yin, let's eat. Lin Muxue stiffly changed the subject. Su Yin looked at Qi Yan who was emitting cold air, and then looked at Lin Muxue who looked scared, and thought it was quite interesting. Tonight there are 2 meat dishes, 2 vegetables and 1 soup, which is quite rich. The rice is purple rice, which Su Yin likes quite a lot. Lin Muxue washed the dishes tonight. Usually, Qi Yan, a water-based supernatural, washed them, but tonight was a little special. Qi Yan put water in the basin and bucket and drove Lin Muxue to wash the dishes. Lin Muxue didn't know if he was afraid or what, but he didn't have any opinions. He was obedient like a quail, and took the basin and bucket to wash the dishes. Let's go for a walk and digest the food. It was obviously a solicitation, but when it came out of Qi Yan's mouth, Su Yin couldn't help but hear a bit of refusal. Su Yin went to the red light district today, and Qi Yan smelled it. He felt a little guilty and didn't dare to refuse at all. Qi Yan took a flashlight. The flashlight he held was a little special. The light it emitted was in the shape of a flower. The brightness was not high. The two of them walked together, and there was a bit of an ambiguous atmosphere. "Is it fun?" Qi Yan asked suddenly while walking. His tone of voice was normal, his pace was normal, everything was normal, but Su Yin somehow saw that he was a little abnormal. He didn't care on the surface, but in fact he cared a little. He cared about her answer. This thought suddenly popped up in Su Yin's mind. It's not fun." Su Yin kicked the pebble at her feet, and the pebble was kicked away by her, turned into a place where the flashlight could not reach, and disappeared. "Are the people inside as good-looking as me?" Qi Yan asked again. Hearing this, Su Yin thought about it carefully. There were 20 people, both men and women, of all types. But without exception, none of them were as good-looking as Qi Yan. There were good-looking people inside, but Qi Yan obviously fit her aesthetic more, and she still preferred Qi Yan's appearance. Su Yin took too long to answer, and Qi Yan's pace became slower and slower. Finally, when he was about to stop, he heard Su Yin's answer. No, it was like the sound of nature. Qi Yan never thought that he would be happy and excited because of two ordinary words. He has always been very confident in his appearance. He has always been the one who is praised since he was a child. But facing Su Yin, he, who has always been confident in himself, occasionally feels inferior. After knowing that Su Yin went to the red light district, he did not react on the surface, but suddenly a lot of worries emerged in his heart. He had been to the red light district. He sent a man who was spying on him and he castrated him. He had seen the special service providers in the red light district. He looked at them with his picky eyes and thought they were not very good. But he was still worried, what if one of them hit Su Yin's aesthetic? Su Yin has been looking at him every day recently and is tired of it. What if she becomes interested in them? Qi Yan knows the word freshness. Hearing Su Yin's answer, Qi Yan's pace, which was originally getting slower and slower, became lighter. Su Yin felt pleasure from him, and she felt that his whole body was relaxed. Then, "Do you think I'm pretty?" Qi Yan felt that he was a little shameless. Who would ask the person he likes so directly like him if he was pretty? But he was looking forward to Su Yin's answer. Pretty, especially pretty, he couldn't control himself and wanted to take him to bed. She might be a beast. They haven't even confirmed their relationship, but she wants to take him to her big bed, this and that. Su Yin thought sadly. Hearing the answer she wanted, Qi Yan gently curled her lips, and the arc of her mouth couldn't be suppressed. Su Yin decided to read some indescribable text tonight to calm down and gain some experience. The two walked for a long time. After Lin Muxue finished washing the dishes, he waited for a long time but no one came back. Damn it. They didn't sleep outside. Two people have space, and they can easily get too tense. Lin Muxue felt that he was a bit like a left-behind child. Lin Muxue waited until he was about to fall asleep, and finally waited for the two to come back. It feels like these two people are weird. Weren't they very close before they left? Why were they so far apart when they came back? Could it be that they had a falling out? Lin Muxue was shocked. That won't do. There's no hope for him to be a son. But he can't lose his sister-in-law too. After Lin Muxue knew that Qi Yan didn't mess around, he still wanted to bring Qi Yan and Su Yin together. So, not long after Su Yin entered the tent, while looking for some indescribable texts, Lin Muxue bent over stealthily and called Su Yin. What's wrong? Su Yin had just started looking, and was startled when she heard Lin Muxue's voice. She came out and saw Lin Muxue's sneaky figure, and she couldn't help but lower her voice. Please vote, recommendation vote. Monthly vote, cash. Chapter 121, Cherish the Beauty. Lin Muxue looked around, then lowered her voice and asked Su Yin quietly. You and Brother Qi, nothing happened, right? Nothing can happen. Su Yin didn't really want to answer this question, but Lin Muxue looked at her expectantly, as if he would not leave unless she said something. Nothing, Su Yin said in a light tone. She wanted to cover it up. She felt that their relationship was not yet confirmed, so they couldn't be so ostentatious. But when Lin Muxue saw her like this, his heart sank. No way. Really? Lin Muxue looked sad. Qi Yan, a waste. What's your expression? Su Yin looked at Lin Muxue's expression and couldn't help asking. Normal expression. Good night. Lin Muxue looked at her, sighed, and turned around. That back figure looked so desolate. Su Yin touched her head, confused. Maybe because she had been with Qian for a long time, Qian's brain circuit was different from that of ordinary people, and Lin Muren's brain circuit was not normal either. Su Yin went back to the tent. While lying there, she took out her precious tablet and watched some anime. Today's anime was a bit sentimental. Su Yin started to cry as she watched. Then she stayed up all night. When she woke up the next morning, her eyes were swollen. They were as swollen as walnuts. Fuck you. Yin, you cried all night. Lin Muren was furious when he saw her like this. Did Qian bully you? No wonder they were so far apart. It turned out that Qian was the bully. Yin even cried all night because of Qian. Lin Muren looked at her apologetically. He was regretting that he had wanted to bring Qian and Yin together. He was guilty. He only knew that Qian was a brother, but forgot that Qian was also a psychopath. He actually brought Yin together with Qian, a psychopath. He was guilty. His crime was heinous. Are you okay, Yin? Don't worry, I will seek justice for you. Lin Muren was ready to go find Qian with a knife. He knew that he could not beat Qian. But Yin cooked for him every day before, so he had to stand on Yin's side. Even if he couldn't beat her, he had to fight. This is a matter of attitude. Calm down. Su Yin held her forehead. Where did Lin Muren get so much drama from? What on earth was going on in his mind day by day? Why couldn't she understand what he said at all? I can't calm down, Yin. I will avenge you. Lin Muren looked righteous. Su Yin, stop. I was moved to tears watching the drama, Su Yin explained. Don't lie to me, Yin. Don't hide for Qian. I will seek justice for you. Lin Muren looked at Su Yin's red eyes, and felt more and more sad. Woo 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 woo. His poor Yin, who was bullied but didn't dare to complain. I don't know what torture she has endured. Su Yin, what the hell? Why did Lin Muren think Qian bullied Su Yin? Because Qian had a criminal record. Qian was a person who would not let anyone who provoked him, regardless of gender, age or young, go. Qian was merciless in rejecting those who wanted to be with him. If someone directly attacked him, Qian would kick them away. He kicked both beautiful and ugly women. He had no mercy on women. Lin Muren suspected that Su Yin went to the red light district yesterday, and Qian knew about it. When the two of them went out alone, Qian scolded her, and even beat her. Lin Muren looked at Su Yin with more and more guilt. Su Yin, hey. Are you listening to others? It's a drama. To be precise, it's a comic book, but Su Yin didn't really want to say it directly, because she had watched dramas with them before, but not comic books. She basically didn't watch comic books in front of them. She was afraid that if she told the truth, Lin Muren would watch it with her, and what if he became addicted? Then he would have to snatch it from her. No, absolutely not. Su Yin liked to watch comic books alone. Really not. Qian didn't do anything to me. Then your eyes? Lin Muren didn't believe it. I've already said that I was moved by the drama. Su Yin wanted to curse. Lin Muren still didn't believe it and wanted to say something, but the next second, Qian came out. Seeing the two of them standing together, he walked over and stood next to Su Yin. Facts speak louder than words. Lin Muren looked at this scene and his mind was stuck. Why are you standing here? What's wrong with your eyes? Qian also noticed her red eyes. Before Su Yin could answer, Qian said again. Stayed up late. Su Yin was silent. How could he tell that her eyes were so red? Go have breakfast first, and I'll give you an egg to apply after you finish. Qian hooked her hand. Lin Muren was so angry that he forced himself to extinguish it. He looked at the two of them loving each other and felt that he was a fool. He wanted to go back and slap himself. Yin said it was not true. Why didn't he believe it? He also clamored to go to Brother Chi to settle the score. Now. Oh my god. He was so embarrassed that he wanted to find a crack in the ground to crawl into. Lin Muren felt ashamed and was as quiet as a quail while eating breakfast. As soon as Qian saw him like this, he knew that he had done something bad, and it was probably related to him. Qian snorted, and Lin Muren's neck shrank even shorter. Okay. It's confirmed, it's related to him. Probably said something bad about him. But Qian didn't care about this. He felt that Su Yin was as smart as him and would not believe the words of this fool. Qian ate a bowl of noodles and drank a cup of soy milk. When he finished eating, Su Yin was still struggling with the noodles in the bowl. He took out a steaming and slightly hot egg from the space, peeled it, and carefully applied it to the skin near Su Yin's eyes. It's good to have a space. Everything can be taken out. Quiet Lin Muxue began to feel jealous again. Qi Yan even had a boiled egg. Qi Yan applied it very delicately and carefully, and did not disturb Su Yin's eating at all. When he came over, Su Yin was panicked for a moment, but she immediately told herself to stay calm and not panic. She had seen many storms. Why would she be afraid of a boiled egg? After applying the peeled egg, Su Yin did feel that her eyes were much more comfortable. As for the egg, it was also eaten by Su Yin. After breakfast, Su Yin went to catch up on her sleep. Before catching up on her sleep, she always felt that she had forgotten something, but the things she couldn't remember were not important, and sleeping was important. Su Yin wrapped herself in a small quilt and slept soundly. The people in the market who were waiting for Su Yin to exchange rice had been waiting for a whole morning. Why hasn't he come yet? Where's Boss Su? Do you know? How should I know? I came here early in the morning and didn't see anyone. He won't come. I specially carried a bunch of things. The previous chapters were banned. Woo woo woo. I'm working hard to revise it. Such a poor author, please give me a monthly ticket. Chapter 122 Forgot her baby. That's impossible. Boss Su used to come here every day. He must have gotten up late. Let's wait a little longer. Lao Wang. Didn't you say that there's a big boss here who wants antiques and wants to exchange them for rice? Where's this person? I've pushed back several jobs today. You're not lying to me, are you? The old friend who was introduced by Lao Wang waited for a long time, but didn't see Su Yin. He looked at Lao Wang with some suspicion. How is that possible? I can't fool anyone but you. With our relationship. I don't know what happened. He must be late. Lao Wang tried to calm the old friend's emotions. He sold the things and carried the rice home. Thinking that he would have a good life with rice, he couldn't leave his brothers behind. He knew that the old friend had antiques at home, so he told him about Su Yin. His old friend trusted him very much. After hearing what he said, he immediately pushed back today's work and took all the antiques at home. Lao Wang's old friend believed him at first, but Su Yin didn't come, and the people waiting next to him speculated. Old Wang was the same. At first, he was very sure that Su Yin would come back, but as time went by, he was not so sure. Boss Su set up a stall here to exchange things with everyone, but Boss Su never promised them that he would stay here. After not coming for so long, he wouldn't really leave, would he? Old Wang's heart skipped a beat, and the more he thought about it, the more panicked he became. Old song, Boss Su. Oh, I'm sorry. She might not come. I delayed you. I'm sorry, please come to my house for dinner tonight, and I'll make amends to you. Old Song was complaining at first, but when he heard what Old Wang said, he was not happy. What's there to make amends for? It's not my decision, and you didn't force me to come. You're thinking of me for a good thing, so I should thank you. Let's wait a little longer. Old Song got angry and insisted on waiting. Hey, what if? Old Wang was a little entangled. It's okay, I pushed it anyway, and it's not convenient to look for it now. There are still some food at my house, and it won't be a big deal if I don't go for a day. Old Song patted his shoulder. Old Song got angry and insisted on waiting. But the others didn't have such good patience. After waiting for several hours, they still didn't see anyone. They all thought that Su Yin would not come today and left with the things she brought. Old Wang and Old Song, who were originally at the back of the line, suddenly became the front because there were too many people in front of them. Then, God will not let down those who work hard. Just as they stood still, Su Yin, who was late for a whole morning, finally arrived. Su Yin was out of breath after running. She slept for a whole morning. When she woke up, her mind was clear and she finally remembered what she had forgotten. She forgot her baby. Boss Su, you are finally here. Old Wang saw Su Yin and remembered his position. He was immediately happy. Sorry, I'm late. Su Yin quickly took out her small stool, sat down and took a few breaths before continuing to collect things. Those who were originally ready to leave immediately stopped and came back to queue. Then some people who were originally in the front found that they were suddenly in the back. Almost as soon as they left, Su Yin came. That regret. Why didn't Fu hold on for a few more minutes? I queued before. The people in the back of the line sighed and regretted that they had walked backwards. However, they only dared to regret themselves, and did not dare to blame Su Yin for coming late. Su Yin is now their breadwinner, and when they saw Su Yin, they dared not complain at all. Isn't it just waiting for an extra morning? Waiting for a morning, exchanging some worthless rags for a few months of food for the family, it's worth it. They worked for a morning before, and the rice they earned was not enough for one meal. Now isn't it just waiting for one more morning? Soon it was Lao Wang's turn. Lao Wang didn't bring anything, but Lao Song did. When Su Yin looked, Lao Wang said good things beside him. Boss Su, look, they're all good stuff. My old friend used to be a wealthy family, and the old man in the family likes to collect antiques. They're all good stuff. Lao Wang worked very hard. He felt that he had done business with Su Yin, and Su Yin also knew him, so he could say a few more good words. Lao Song said that if he really got the exchange, he would be paid. Although it's not much, every meal is worth it. There are still children crying for food at home. Yes, I will give more. In fact, she also gave more to the first few. It was mainly because she had an irregular schedule and made them wait in line for a whole morning. After such a long time, she felt that they were sincere in doing business with her. She gave more, and it would not be a loss anyway. When it came to giving rice at the end, Su Yin really gave more. The things brought by Lao Song were exchanged for 2 large bags of rice, and Su Yin gave an extra small bag of vacuum-packed rice. Lao Wang helped Lao Song carry it home, and the extra small bag of rice belonged to Lao Wang. Lao Wang touched the new rice and was very happy. It was 3 times more than he expected. Boss Su is still generous. Su Yin came late, but she was extra generous today and gave them an extra small bag of rice. Although it is a small bag, it can last for several meals. People who were a little dissatisfied in their hearts were instantly happy. Waiting for a long time, a small bag of rice. Worth it. As for those who thought Su Yin would not come and took their things away in advance, they hurried back after knowing that Su Yin was coming. Then they found that they came back too late and the line was very long. You know, they came to line up early in the morning and were at the front at the beginning, but now they can only line up at the back. They regretted it so much. Why didn't they hold on a little longer? If they held on a little longer, they might have exchanged for rice and went home. It's all their own fault for being impatient. In addition to blaming themselves, they also blamed their friends and family. They blamed them for following the trend and saying that Su Yin would not come, and encouraged them to go back early and not wait. For a while, the whole line was in chaos. But only the back was in chaos. Once everyone lined up to the front, they tacitly kept their mouths shut. They were afraid of disturbing Su Yin. If Su Yin got angry, she would not accept these junk, and they would not be able to exchange for food. Su Yin collected junk for an afternoon, jewelry and antiques. Her wrists were sore, but she was very happy. This is what it means to be in pain and happy at the same time. Those who exchanged with Su Yin were also very happy. Carrying bags of rice. This market has completely become Su Yin's personal market. The people who used to set up stalls no longer set up stalls. They all went home to look for jewelry and antiques. They could only make a few cookies in a month. But if they found some jewelry and antiques, they would have enough food for several months. Su Yin was very happy doing business, and the relevant person in charge of the Sun base also found that the frequency of fights in the base had greatly decreased. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelis. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 123 Zhou Yunzhuan. They followed a path and found that it was Su Yin again. Su Yin's matter was reported to the top management of the base again. When Lin Muxue heard her name, he jumped up and down and shouted that he wanted to drive Su Yin out. Lin Muxue was angry too many times and became stupid. But the others were not stupid. They were trying to curry favor with Su Yin. It was not just the ordinary people below. Although the people above had no worries about food and drink, people always wanted to save more food, which was the guarantee of their lives. So, more and more people went to Su Yin's small stall to exchange things. In the past, only ordinary people went, and later, the superpowers also went. Some of the top management in the base could not go out themselves, so they sent their relatives. They were all leaders, and they had more and more good things in their hands. Su Yin made a lot of money. She couldn't handle it alone, so she hired Lin Muxue, Lao Wang and Xiao Wang. Lin Muxue and Xiao Wang were responsible for maintaining the team, and Lao Wang helped her collect things. Lin Muxue was a superpower, and a famous superpower. People in the queue had to give him some face. The noisy team suddenly became orderly. However, there were a few people who didn't know what was going on and wanted to use their connections with Lin Muxue to cut in line. Lin Muxue just spit and started to curse. The man couldn't raise his head after being scolded. Later, he covered his face with a cloth when he came to exchange things. But Lin Muxue could always find his position accurately and stare at him. Lin Muxue was worried about him. When the man was stared at by Lin Muxue, his face turned pale and wanted to leave, but he couldn't bear to give up Su Yinhe's things. Su Yinhe now not only exchanges rice, but also expands because there are more people. Various snacks, flour, cooking oil, seasonings, instant noodles, various canned foods. But everyone's favorite is still rice. Rice is the most cost-effective. Su Yinhe's business is in full swing, and Lin Muxue, who came to see it specially after hearing the news, was furious when she saw this scene. The things she originally had in her pocket are not in her hands now. And so many of them were sold. Lin Muxue felt so distressed when she saw the things Su Yinhe exchanged. Her quality of life has been declining recently. Lin Nianbi didn't know if he had offended someone, and someone had been blocking Lin Nianbi and her supplies. The food she ate was so disgusting. Old vegetable leaves were also considered a dish. God knows how angry Lin Muxue was when she ate that plate of old vegetable leaves. She was so angry that she smashed a plate. After she smashed the plate, she sent someone to get a new one, but they didn't give it to her. She ran over angrily, but the other party refused for a long time at first, and finally said that there were no ceramic plates. If she wanted a plate, she could only get a wooden plate. Wooden plate, that person said that. How can a wooden plate compare to a ceramic one? Lin Muxue insisted on getting a ceramic one, but the person mocked her again, saying that if she was given a ceramic plate, she would go back to ask for it again in a few days. There are not so many plates in the base. In a veiled way, he was saying that Lin Muxue had a bad temper. Lin Muxue couldn't stand hearing this. She went up and grabbed the man's hair. And the two of them had a fight. The man was so vicious that Lin Muxue almost couldn't get out of bed the next day. As a result, when she went for a checkup, nothing was found. In the end, because she was the first to start, she had to apologize to the bitch. Lin Muxue didn't want to apologize, but the bitch was aggrieved and wanted to die, and she was also a relative of a certain leader. She could only pinch her nose and apologize reluctantly. So Lin Muxue was in a bad mood these days. Then she heard that Su Yinhe's business was in full swing, so she came to see. As she watched, she became even angrier. It's all this woman's fault. It's all her fault. If this woman hadn't refused to move the things in the supermarket out, how could she have fallen to fighting with others because of a plate? What she said was that she was afraid of thunder. Didn't she move the things in the supermarket out to sell? She wasn't struck to death. She just didn't want to help. Miser. Stingy. Seeing that Su Yinhe's business was so hot, Lin Muxue was very annoyed and wanted to make trouble for Su Yinhe. Of course, her injuries had not healed yet, so she would not go to trouble herself. Moreover, Lin Muxue was a little smart. She planned to find someone to tell the useless son of a certain base leader that Su Yinhe had a lot of food. Xu Jiaoqin, who had fire ability, had a bad temper and was usually idle. He relied on his father, who was a leader, to make trouble everywhere. He was put in solitary confinement a few days ago and was just released recently. He also liked young and beautiful women. Lin Muxue looked at Su Yinhe's delicate face and smiled maliciously. She was waiting to see if Su Yinhe's business could continue. There were too many people in line, so Lin Muxue maintained discipline at the back of the line. Lin Muxue didn't notice that her brother was also here. Lin Muxue was very efficient. After a few days, someone came to Su Yinhe's stall to make trouble. Xu Jiaoqin brought a little brother with him and prepared to set fire. He was not here to exchange things, so he was not going to queue up. He just wanted to go find Su Yinhe. However, just as he got to the end of the line, he was grabbed by Lin Muxue, who was maintaining the order of the line. Hey! Why aren't you queuing up? Lin Muxue had been managing this matter for the past few days, and he was dizzy when he saw someone cutting in line, and he was very angry. What are you queuing for? Do you know who my father is? Xu Jiaoqin didn't recognize Lin Muxue's voice and shouted loudly. Who is your father? Eh? Xu Jiaoqin, Lin Muxue shouted directly after seeing the person clearly. Lin Muxue. You, why are you here? Xu Jiaoqin was very arrogant at first, but he couldn't be arrogant when he saw Lin Muxue. His whole arrogance weakened. I can't be here. Lin Muren crossed her arms in front of her chest and looked at him with interest. No, nothing, I'll leave first. When Zhou Yongxun saw Lin Muren, he cried out in his heart that something was wrong. Why are you leaving? Aren't you here to exchange things? Go and queue up. Don't think you can skip the queue just because you know me, Lin Muren said sarcastically. Fuck you. I mean, you look so damn handsome lately. Zhou Yongxun wanted to get angry, but when he met Lin Muren's eyes, he couldn't get angry anymore. What? Aren't you here to exchange things? You come empty-handed? Are you here to cause trouble? Lin Muren noticed his empty hands. Lin Muren knew Zhou Yongxun, and he was Zhou Yongxun's unilateral enemy. Zhou Yongxun's father always liked Lin Muren and thought that Lin Muren was lively, cheerful and sensible, much better than the brat at home. He often compared Lin Muren with Zhou Yongxun and asked Zhou Yongxun to learn from Lin Muren. Zhou Yongxun felt that Lin Muren had robbed his father, and was very angry. He challenged Lin Muren to fight, but he was beaten every time. After the beating, Zhou Yongxun's father thought that Lin Muren was teaching his younger brother, and asked Zhou Yongxun to thank Lin Muren. Chapter 124, Convinced or Not. Zhou's father even wanted Lin Muren to be his son, because Lin Muren was sweet-talking, unlike Zhou Yongxun, who always caused trouble for him. Zhou Yongxun hated Lin Muren, but he couldn't beat Lin Muren. So Zhou Yongxun's feelings towards him were fear and hatred. Zhou Yongxun used to take a detour when he saw Lin Muren before. But Zhou Yongxun liked to cause trouble and trouble others, but Lin Muren was a righteous man who liked to see the weak. Then Zhou Yongxun would be beaten by Lin Muren 8 times out of 10, but Lin Muren moved out of that area later, and Zhou Yongxun hadn't seen him for a long time. He caused trouble several times and was put in solitary confinement by his old man. But he became more arrogant when he came out. As a result, he came to cause trouble this time, and he ran into Lin Muren again. Lin Muren looked at him and smiled sinisterly. Like a big villain. Zhou Yongxun, long time no see. Come, let's catch up. Lin Muren patted his shoulder and emphasized the last 3 words. Zhou Yongxun was about to cry, but suddenly, he looked at Lin Muren's face, and he didn't know where he got the courage from, and he shouted directly, Lin Muren. Don't be arrogant, things are different now. I'm not afraid of you now, his superpowers have been upgraded again, so he is not afraid that he can't beat Lin Muren. Lin Muren's face turned cold. Really? Then let's spar, come on, I'm not afraid of you. Zhou Yongxun was so angry that he had forgotten that he was here to cause trouble for Su Yinhe. In his eyes, there was only Lin Muren's arrogant look, and the way Lin Muren used to suppress him and beat him, and the way his old man belittled him and praised Lin Muren. He must defeat Lin Muren today, and then tell his father that he is much stronger than Lin Muren. The two found a spacious place and prepared to fight. Those who had exchanged things with Su Yinhe were reluctant to leave, and prepared to watch the excitement and then carry the food they exchanged back home. Zhou Yongxun's superpowers were upgraded, and he felt that he would definitely be able to avenge his previous shame, but he forgot that he was stronger, and Lin Muren was also stronger. Even stronger than him. Lin Muren didn't use any fancy moves. He knocked the man down in a few moves. He held Zhou Yongxun's arms and forced him to kneel on the ground. The dust on the ground stained Zhou Yongxun's clean pants. But Zhou Yongxun didn't care about this. What he cared about was that he was knocked down by Lin Muren again, and in such a humiliating posture. Do you accept it? Lin Muren kicked him. He felt that Zhou Yongxun deserved to be beaten. Zhou Yongxun wanted to say he didn't accept it, but he knew that if he dared to say he didn't accept it, Lin Muren would beat him so hard that he couldn't get out of bed, and then he would complain to his father, and his father would lock him up in a small dark room again. He just came out and didn't want to go in again. So he could only say aggrievedly, I accept it, I accept it. Lin Muren kicked him again and snorted. I accept it. With that, Lin Muren released his grip on Zhou Yongxun. As a result, the next second, Zhou Yongxun made a sneak attack and clenched his fist to hit Lin Muren on the head. Lin Muren reacted quickly, kicked him away with his legs, and once again, knocked him down. This time he didn't kneel on the ground, he just pushed him to the ground. Especially Zhou Yongxun's head. You are awesome, you even learned to sneak attack. Lin Muren pressed his head, and Zhou Yongxun ate dust on his face. Lin Muren, let me go. I won't let you go. Zhou Yongxun was going crazy. Lin Muren, this idiot. Treating him like this again. He will kill Lin Muren sooner or later. Tisk. I don't know if you will let me go. But I will definitely not let you go. Lin Muren continued to rub his face. You idiot. Lin Muren, loosen my legs, my head. If you tell me to loosen, I will loosen, then I will lose face. Don't worry, I will let you go after I have enough fun. Lin Muren pressed his head and rubbed it for a while, and then took Xu Jiaoqin, who was thinking like a dead dog, all the way to Zhou's father. He temporarily gave the task of maintaining order in the team to a familiar psychic. Lin Muren brought Xu Jiaoqin back. Zhou's father was very happy to see Lin Muren, and then he saw Xu Jiaoqin. His face suddenly darkened. Lin Muren told Xu Jiaoqin in a few words that Xu Jiaoqin was going to cause trouble. Without saying a word, Zhou's father took off his shoes and started beating his son. After beating his son, he put him in solitary confinement. It had not been 3 days since he was released, and he was locked up again, and he was beaten like this. Xu Jiaoqin was furious. Zhou's father had a good chat with Lin Muren and even left some food for him. The crisis was resolved so easily. Lin Muxue, who was watching the whole process, was dumbfounded. Why did she feel that it ended before it even started? Lin Muxue did not give up, and found a gangster psychic to scare Su Yinhe. As a result, the gangster was beaten away by Lin Muren before he could get close to Su Yinhe. Lin Muxue was so angry. Her damn brother ruined her business again. Lin Muxue watched for a few days and came up with a sinister method. She asked people to spread rumors. She said that the food that Su Yinhe exchanged was poisonous, and that someone died because of eating the food that Su Yinhe exchanged. It was very detailed. Lin Muxue thought that this would definitely affect Su Yinhe's business. As a result, Su Yinhe's business was not affected at all. Instead, more people went there. Lin Muxue was high up and had an uncle who was a leader. Of course, she didn't know that people nowadays are not afraid of death, but they are afraid of starving to death. People nowadays are willing to eat even if Su Yinhe's food is poisonous. They would rather die with a full stomach than starve to death. What's wrong with being poisonous? It's still food. As long as it's food, it's still food even if it's poisonous. It can fill your stomach. Besides, so many people exchanged food with Su Yinhe. Why was he the only one who was poisoned to death, and why didn't the others die? It can be seen that God wanted him to die. Some people who didn't know about Su Yinhe's stall before also knew about it because of this rumor. The rumor spread by Lin Muxue, to some extent, helped Su Yinhe expand his business. Lin Muxue knew that Su Yinhe's business was more prosperous because of her, and she was shaking with anger. She kept cursing. She cursed Su Yinhe, and also cursed those who went to exchange things. She called them poor ghosts, knowing that they would be poisoned to death but still went to exchange. Damn poor ghosts. Lin Muxue cursed so dirty. The people who followed Lin Muxue and served her were already dissatisfied with her, and they became even more dissatisfied after hearing it. Lin Muxue was noble, not poor at all. Ordinary people like them could finally exchange for some food, but Lin Muxue still spread rumors, trying to cut off this road, and blamed them for being poor when she failed. They didn't dare to say bad things about Lin Muxue directly, but they followed Lin Muxue and could do something. There was a brave one who put some drugs in Lin Muxue's milk that day. Lin Muxue could even afford milk, but some of them couldn't even afford water. Ridiculous. Lin Muren, I am a professional bodyguard. Chapter 125, The Coquettish Ant. Lin Muxue drank the milk with added ingredients and became ill that night. Not long after she went to the toilet, her stomach started to hurt again, and she ran back and forth. In the end, she collapsed. Lin Muxue didn't know if someone had added ingredients to her milk, but she thought it was because the food was not clean. The leftovers were supposed to be thrown away, but she didn't let them. The next day, she took the food to find the cook. The cook was a chubby ant. Lin Muxue took a look and thought that the ant was jealous of her beauty, so she cursed her ancestors on the spot. The ant was confused at first, but she reacted immediately after being cursed. People, their looks are born, no matter how jealous they are, it's useless. You can't become more beautiful than me by using some mean methods, Lin Muxue said sarcastically. I'm jealous? I'm jealous of your mother. I'm jealous that you don't have 2 tails of meat on your arms. The ant has always been proud of her fat body. In this era when everyone is hungry, her fat body is so rare. This is her honor. When she walks outside, everyone will fawn on her when they see her figure. Lin Muxue, this little girl, used to complain that the food she cooked was not tasty. If it was not tasty, then don't eat it. But she didn't. She ate. She ate a few vegetables and a few pieces of meat. Then she complained that the vegetables were old and the meat was fishy. She was capable. If you have the ability, then don't eat it. Waste her good food and finally say it was not tasty. Then she said she was targeting her and deliberately gave her bad food. This is not good, that is not good. Bah. She is arrogant because she has an uncle who is a leader. She also has a brother-in-law who is a leader. She really thinks she is a delicate lady. The aunt has disliked Lin Muxue for a long time. Others eat delicious food, even if they have a poor appetite and don't eat, they will not deliberately say that her food is not tasty, and send someone to tell her. Let her improve her cooking skills. And threaten her. Bah. When she was holding the spatula, this little girl was not born yet. She had endured all that before, no matter how angry her aunt was. Her aunt was a grateful person. She got this good job because of her brother-in-law, and she was grateful to her sister and brother-in-law. After all, Lin Muxue's uncle Lin Nianbei was a leader and a colleague of her brother-in-law. No matter how angry she was, she couldn't ignore her brother-in-law and scold him directly. She had already troubled her sister and brother-in-law, and if Lin Nianbei knew about scolding Lin Muxue directly, she was afraid that it would make it difficult for her brother-in-law. So no matter how much Lin Muxue found fault with her before, she didn't scold him. She sent a man to warn her, and she tried her best to keep smiling. She didn't say bad things about Lin Muxue to others in private for a fear of causing trouble for her brother-in-law. However, her tolerance was exchanged for Lin Muxue's encroachment. Her aunt didn't want to endure it anymore. She was a master of quarrels. When she didn't want to endure it, she was a fighting chicken, the kind that could fight 10 at a time. Lin Muxue, it's okay for others to eat the food I cook, but you are the only one who has problems. This shows that some people are just cheap and don't deserve to eat these good food, the aunt said while making a disgusted expression. You. Lin Muxue saw the aunt's expression and wanted to tear her apart. Although you have an uncle who is a leader, he is not your biological son after all. I think your uncle should marry a wife and have a child. Biological children must be blessed and eat everything delicious. This is not your biological child, so you don't deserve to enjoy happiness. The aunt looked at her with disdain. It just so happens that I know a few beautiful girls who have admired your uncle's grace for a long time. The aunt knew how to hit the snake at its weakest point. Knowing that Lin Nianbei was Lin Muxue's backer, she said this deliberately just to disgust Lin Muxue. You old man, you are so wicked. How old is my uncle? You actually want to push those girls into the fire pit? In Lin Muxue's eyes, Lin Nianbei can't get married. If Lin Nianbei gets married, what if he has a child? But she can't say it directly. Everyone knows that Lin Nianbei treats her very well. If she dares to directly organize her uncle to find a wife, she is unfilial. Lin Nianbei will have opinions about her at that time. So she can only change her statement and talk about the age. Although her uncle is good, she can't let those beautiful girls down. If the aunt dares to introduce them, she is harming people. Lin Muxue thought about it and came up with a way. Tisk. I'm not harming people. Those girls really like your uncle. They think your uncle is handsome. The aunt deliberately prolonged the voice, and the sound of the word handsome floated in the air for a long time. This is really not harming people. This is a terrible end of the world. Although the aunt is a cook and rarely goes hungry, she feeds herself fat. But she knows that in this world, many people can't eat enough. Many beautiful girls sell themselves for a bite of food. They are transferred to multiple men. Those men are all kinds of people. Young, old, dirty, smelly. Compared with those men, those girls must be more willing to serve Lin Nianbei alone. As long as you capture Lin Nianbei's heart, you won't have to worry about food and clothing. It's good to be old, and it doesn't hurt to hit people. A few days ago, the aunt saw a man who didn't give food to his girlfriend. The girlfriend begged him hard, but he was beaten and kicked by the man in the end, and he got nothing. The aunt originally just said it casually to threaten Lin Muxue, but the more she thought about it, the better she thought this idea was. It can help a girl and disgust Lin Muxue. It's better to find someone with strong skills to kick Lin Muxue out directly. She wanted to see if Lin Muxue still thought there was something wrong with her food. After figuring it out, the aunt sneered at Lin Muxue. Whether it is a fire pit or not, we will know after they jump into it. You can ask them when the time comes whether it is a fire pit or not. The aunt smiled meaningfully. Lin Muxue was really a little scared. Although she knew that her uncle was a man who was not interested in women, it was hard to guarantee. What if those vixen had some tricks and really seduced her uncle away? People say that if there is a stepmother, there will be a stepfather. What's more, she is not Lin Nianbi's biological child. What if Lin Nianbi kicks her out? Lin Muxue panicked and didn't care about trouble with the aunt. She had to find her uncle first and tell him about some bad women. She would not let her uncle find an aunt for her. Absolutely not. The aunt sneered at the back of Lin Muxue's escape. After cooking dinner in the evening, she ran back to find her sister. The aunt's sister was a little girl. The aunt was fat, and she was cute in her sister's eyes. Although the aunt was old, she was very good at acting like a spoiled child to her sister. When she went there, she also brought some dried meat for her sister's son. After giving the dried meat to the child, the two sisters talked privately together. The aunt told her sister everything about how Lin Muxue complained about her cooking and sent someone to warn her, as well as the trouble she caused this time. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone, see you in the next video.